All right, okay, so you're saying about choosing the crit op?
So, yeah, so depending on what team you're running, you get to choose from, I think it's always two out of three of your secondary, which is the tac op you're choosing.
Right.
So have you played with a tac op before?
We did it one time, but like I wasn't clear as to like...
Okay, so do you know what kind of team you have? It should say right at the very first page.
Oh, like which ones I could do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I could do security or seek and destroy.
Security is really good. Securities are like, they're pretty easier to accomplish, but...
Yeah. Okay. But I don't choose it...
you choose it, but you don't tell me. So
right.
The way they work is you only reveal them when the condition for them is
when it's been met. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, let me just see if I still have
you can like just choose whichever one you want. If you want a really easy one, the security ones are usually a bit safer. The seek and destroy ones have a bigger payoff most of the time.
Bigger payoff? Okay.
Yeah. And if you're tougher guys like Chaos Space Marines, it's a lot easier to pull them off than a lot of the other ones.
And these are crit ops or these
would be
tac
your
ops?
tac ops, yeah.
Tac ops.
So you can choose between the security and the seek and destroy one. And then I will...
And doesn't matter at what point we choose this? Like I could just
You can choose it at any point.
Yeah.
You just don't need to show it to me until... You need to like lock it in after you know what the main crit op is. So once we choose a crit op, it's going to kind of decide what one you want to choose as the secondary.
Right, okay.
Because the crit op might affect how you choose your tac op.
Gotcha.
So once we know what the crit op is, then you can choose whatever secondary objective you want.
And do you have equipment or do you want to use these ones or half painted or
The only equipment I will be using for these guys is all stuff they already have.
Okay, like their own things?
Yep.
Okay.
Which you can know if you want. Here.
Right, on your guys' page?
Yep. It's not like hidden information. I don't think there's any hidden information in this game unless it's like a tac op.
Gotcha.
So it's not like I'm not allowed to tell you, which wouldn't be very fair.
But then do we have to...
It's tight.
Oh, what's that?
It's pretty tight.
Should just... Yeah.
Trying to get it over... I got a fat sleeve, so...
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, well, that's all of that equipment. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of the universal equipment or not.
We can also just keep it simple if you want. Like, if you want to just do it really easy and quick, then...
I mean, maybe we'll do that, like, half, like, easy and quick, but, like, I would like to know how to do the full ones.
Absolutely.
Just because I want to, like, you know, keep working
totally
up to
fine.
that, right?
So,
even though I'm probably going to suck at them at the beginning.
No, that's totally fine. Everyone's got to start somewhere. So we set up first, so we choose what kind of map we want to do.
Okay.
So we'll just do... Let's just do number one. One's easy. Which is the... If you ever want to mess with any of the older stuff, by the way, I also have both sets of...
I think I just ordered some of those too.
Which one?
I don't know.
Is it the walls?
No, I think it's
Dark stuff. This stuff. Yeah, I meant like the. I have a full set of the first generation of stuff, which is also really good. But I also have a full set of the Dark stuff, which is like a totally different can of worms.
I played Dark last time, where it's just like,
it's what you need to completely change how you run your team most of the time.
Yeah.
So you don't want any movement stuff. You want like everything that's just super mean and close.
Yeah, melee
and shotguns for most of the stuff.
Melee and shotguns and no snipers and.
No snipers. There's like 2 mapped layouts that are good for snipers. And that's it.
Okay, so if we're doing number 1, this one here, right?
Yep. So for one.
Oh wait, no, that's the old one. This one here.
So the big piece goes top quadrant.
I think we have to rotate this though.
For one?
Yeah, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. You're right. So lengthwise here. Yeah, you're totally right.
All the way over.
Yep, you can push it.
Unless you want to play one that's sideways.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, let's do a sideways one. I think it's just more space on the table.
So for sideways, we'd want... let's just do 4. 4 is easy.
Number 4?
Yeah. I wish it gave measurements for when they're supposed to be. Oh, it does. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches from the corner.
Okay, I'm missing some pieces. Where are
so this goes 5 inches off. there.
Yeah, I'm doing something right now, but Alex will help you with a little bit of information afterwards. Okay, yeah.
Awesome, that's my appreciate it.
Five. And then K is the tiny little base plate. Is this you? K? Nope. Where the heck is it? Where? Oh, here it is. It goes here. And J. Back corner. 2 inches. Six.
It's crazy how much stuff there is.
I mean, the modularity of it makes it a lot easier.
The which?
Like how you can change it. One set of terrain gets you really far, which is always nice.
You know, there's like all of the data cards.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I prefer this method of just keeping it all in a binder. So I like my entire kill team's rules are all
just ready to go.
well, they're all double-sided, so it's 6 pages.
Yeah,
So
I have to do that.
it just condenses the information a lot easier. 3 inches out, so your deployment zone. What I usually do is I'll take some spare dice. So I'll just use some of these. And just to make deployment a little bit easier. I'll just measure out 3 inches and then put a dice.
Nice.
See, that's how far you're allowed to deploy.
Okay, cool.
And I'll just do that for 3 different spots.
That's sort of the invisible line.
Yeah, that's your starting line.
Okay, nice.
And then C is the big piece, right? Yeah, the big wall. These are basically identical, right?
A little bit different.
Okay, this is C. So C goes right in front of your deployment, which, with the doorway on this side. Man, that's tight. Yeah. And then this goes like this. D. 3 inches out. With my doorway facing me. Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then I. It's large rubble. Okay. Is that this piece? I'm gonna assume it is. Goes right there. Then F. Opposite, right? Yep. 4 inches out. 4. Bonk. And then you get a... Oh, it's actually here. And yours is right in front of your deployment. Right there. Is it parallel? No, it's less than 2 inches, so... There. What's in the middle? H. This piece.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to do that, that's totally fine.
3 inches? Nice. 3 inches. There we go. Am I missing anything? K, G. So this guy's not in. This guy's not in. Well, if it makes you feel better, this is good for... It's a good melee arena, that's for sure.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty good sniping, though, too.
Some of it. A lot of it is going to be pretty hard to snipe from, because all of the main points of elevation are really close. True. So a lot of the maps where you have like them in each corner, it's a lot better, because that way you can see further, but like this, it's not really going to matter that much. Like True. Everything, even from all the main spots, it's still pretty, like, almost pistol range.
True.
So,
the 8-inch range, yeah.
The 8-inch or 6-inch super killy range of stuff. Let me get out a couple of dice. I don't really need these out. Or these anymore. Now for 4. So the objectives, one goes in here. Oh, B, L, and N. What is that? I almost forgot a couple pieces. L goes...
That goes like that? Oh,
yeah. So that goes in there, and then N. It's the crates. Goes here. M. I'm gonna guess it's probably the final piece. Yeah. Right here. There you go. And then for objective markers, we got 1 B, L, and N. Where does N go? It's the crates, right? L. It says that it just goes back here, but I don't know how that affects anything. Okay, so for objectives, we got 1 right here. 1 right here. And then 1 right here. There we go. Oh, so set up, determine the crit op. So do you want to just randomly choose one, or?
Yeah, I'm down for whatever, unless you think there's a fun one.
Let's see.
I think I've played the ones where I've done 2 of them, where you have to go to the objective, uncover it if you get a successful roll, and then bring the item back to your thing to score points.
Yeah.
And then the other one I did was I think it's just like domination, where if you control the target point at the end of the turning point, then you get the victory points.
Victory point for it. So the base game comes with, is it 9? 9 sounds right?
9 crit ops?
Yeah. Unless there's one mixed in here.
Yeah, these are the crit ops here too, eh? Okay, so crit ops. Extraction. Yeah, so I've done extraction and transmission, I think.
Extraction, yeah, number 6. In transmission, you said?
I think so.
Number 3. Yeah, there's an easy way to do this.
Shuffle it up.
Yep. This is a way a guy showed me how to do it, was you do this, and then you deal it 3. So you show, we got intel, secure, and upload. So what he did is he roll. So we roll off, and then we each just get rid of one.
Okay.
So,
okay, that's cool.
So crit. This one is one objective. So one objective marker that active operative controls gains 1 intel point. Use a dice as a token to keep track of intel points on that objective marker. And then you can do an action. An operative cannot perform this action during the first turning point while within control range of enemy operative. So if you're in control range, you can't do the action, which is the case for just about every role in this game.
Sorry, that's which one?
That's the intel.
Intel.
So at the end of the 4th turning point for each objective marker friendly operative control, you score a number of VP to its intel points. Okay, so basically you want to camp like a marker, and then every turn that you have it, it gains a point, and then at the end of the game, if you still control it, you gain the amount of points that are on it. So each of these basically would start with, you do the action,
and then you get one on there.
And then if you do the action again on any one of these other ones, it gains a point, but you need to have control of it.
To get the points at the end?
Of the game. Yeah.
Now, what happens if I gain control mid-game and put it on there? It still has that many intel points, or
yeah, it keeps the points.
So by the end of the game, as long as you control it, you get all those points.
Yes.
I see.
So that's that one. The next one is secure, which is really simple. One objective marker the operative controls is secured by your kill team until the end of the kill team. Secure that objective marker. So basically the one that you did.
Right.
Secure is the most simple one. You hold the thing, you get a victory point.
Or secure by your kill team. Okay, so you get a point. Oh, at the end of each turning point.
And if you have secure, if I have more points than you do, so like if I own 2 objective markers and you have 1, I get 2 instead of just 1 point.
Okay, so that's secure.
And then upload, which is remove all of your opponent's upload points, if any, from an objective marker the active operative controls. Then that objective marker, so the same thing as intel, except it wipes the points.
It wipes it
when you take the point from them. At the end of the turning point after the first, you can score from any objective marker that have 1 or more of your upload points. For each you do, remove all your upload points from it. You score the same number of VP. So basically, if you at the end of the turn, they all wipe, and depending on how many that you have there, you get all the points collected for that turn. So
and you get 1 VP for every point that's on it?
Yes, but only so you can bog like a point with your guys and make them all do the action to like farm points on it, basically.
That one sounds pretty cool.
That sounds way more interesting than Intel, in my opinion.
I'd be down for that one.
You want to just do 4 upload then?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do upload.
Let's do upload. Nice.
So that's the main crit op. Let me get rid of all this other stuff.
What was I going to get? I'm going to get my dice rolling tray. I forgot it. It's in the back there. So it's like when the universal distribution dice tray to use. When the unique shit with the logo on it.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Get my handy dandy dry erase marker.
Okay, so we are going, so upload. So 1 AP. Remove all of your opponent's upload points. That's sick.
So basically, if I'm holding the point and you run over to it,
last thing on the
contest
turn.
it and do the action, it wipes all the points off of it, and you put a point on it.
And then you... one of your upload points, unless it's already gained one of your upload points during this turning point, or if you've scored from that. But you can only have 1 upload point on it.
Yeah, so basically you're contesting the points to basically take a point for yourself and get rid of mine.
But I can only have a maximum of 1.
Max is out at 1? It's already gains one of your upload points and lets already gain one of your upload points during this turning point, or you've already scored from that objective.
Oh, maybe the turning points carry over, though.
Use a dice as a token to keep track of your upload points. An operative cannot perform this action during the first turning point, or while within control range of an enemy operative.
Oh, damn.
So you can't do it. Yeah, there can't be anybody on the point, which makes it a lot trickier, actually. Well, I'm glad I loaded up this guy like I did then. That's for sure. Alright, you... Where are you? You. You
can only score from each objective marker once, okay. Yeah. But yeah, it sounds like you can only have a maximum of 1 point on it. You can't just like get 3 guys and go AP.
It's still either 1 or 2 points per round.
Yeah.
Which is pretty standard.
Yeah.
But you still have the kill op, and you still have your secret objective as well.
Yeah, okay. And then the secret ones. Okay, so now we can just choose the secret ones if we want to.
Yep, so just choose anything that you want from... So I already grabbed mine.
You already got yours, okay.
Yep. And then these guys all starting obscured.
And which kill zone are we in here?
This is Volcus, yeah. You and you. You and you. And you and you.
Okay, I've got mine. Okay.
So this is the... If it makes you feel better, we gotta actually roll some dice in the second thing.
Okay.
So we're rolling off to determine who starts on which side. So you can basically look at the map and decide which side you want on.
Oh, okay.
Or you can... That's
part of the initiative? Right? Getting initiative?
Yeah, selects drop zone. Yeah.
Okay, so you get to select which one you want.
Yep, so... Where the heck did that go? So... I got a 1. Get better than a 1.
4.
There you go.
I'll go this side.
You made it way simpler. Good. So select your operatives. You've already done that. I've already done that. And then we basically... This is my guys over here. I can see your guys over there.
Yep.
Are they... They match the loadouts that they actually have, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not that I care, it's just something that I need to know is all.
Yeah, no, their weapons have the loadouts
match out?
using.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Select your equipment. So I've statted out everything. I only have 4 pieces of unique equipment.
Okay.
And I've taken all 4 of them.
Okay, so you're taking all 4?
So just to give you a TLDR of what they do, if I could remember which page I put them on. Ah, there they are. So once per point, I can, whenever an attack, basically if you crit me, once per turning point, I can just turn your crit into a normal hit.
Oh, damn, okay. Once per turning point,
okay. Once per turning point. The other thing is I add 1 to the attack stat of all of my rubrics. So all my melee weapons have an improved hit. So they're 1 extra hit? 1 extra damage.
Sorry, 1 extra hit?
Add 1 to the attack stat, so I get an extra hit.
Oh, like an extra, what? Okay,
so like the amount of dice I roll is up by 1.
So everything has up 1? Damn, okay.
And whenever I'm retaliating, so if I'm you know how if it's never gonna come up, I don't think, until later on.
Yep.
But you know how have you ever played against larger teams before?
Larger teams?
Like teams that have more guys than you?
Just my scouts have used, but I've always been up against elite.
Okay, so
like we have like the 2 guys.
You know like how they can do an action in between if you have no more actions left for your guys.
Yeah, the counteracts.
The counteracts, yeah. It's basically that. So if I ever counteract with a melee weapon, I have accuracy 1, so I have 1 automatic hit.
If you counteract with a melee weapon.
Yes.
Okay.
So it just gives them 1 free hit.
Okay.
In scrolled rounds, all of my weapons basically have devastating 1.
Okay.
As shooting. All of my bolt guns do. Yeah, so my Inferno bolt gun in bolt pistols and auto pistols, which all of these guys have some form of.
Okay.
So they all have devastating 1.
Okay.
And then the other thing is once per battle, basically, this is like the big one, is I can give an additional boon to one of my guys.
Which is like your...
So at the start of the game, I basically get to choose 1 buff to give each sorcerer.
Yep.
So I'll tell you the 3 that I have.
Yep.
So each of these sorcerers has like a different loadout,
okay.
And each of them has a different buff.
Okay.
So this guy has... We'll just do the first guy. So this is my leader.
Okay.
I made it nice and easy, so I put him on the disc.
The huge guy.
His buff is he adds 3 to any psychic ability he has. So he has this thing where he can buff and debuff anybody that he can see. So normally that range for that is... It's usually 9, but I'm adding 3 to it, so it's a whole foot. So anybody that's within
As long as he can see them.
As long as they're visible.
Visible, okay.
So as long as they're within this, basically.
Pretty much the whole map.
Yeah. You can put the debuff on them.
Okay, so it puts a debuff on enemies?
So he has 2 abilities.
Okay.
He has one that buffs my guys.
Okay.
So it makes it so that they're harder to hit. So whenever an operative is shooting the selected operative, you can reroll any of my defense dice. So if I'm doing saves, I can just reroll all of them.
All of them?
Yep.
All the dice? Oh, shit.
Which is good.
Yeah.
And then the debuff that he can give is whenever that enemy operative is shooting, fighting, or retaliating. So if you're doing any, like, shoot, fight, or retaliation, your opponent must re-roll their attack dice of 6. So if you roll crits, you have to re-roll them.
Okay.
Which is really annoying. And whenever determining control of a marker, treat that enemy operative's APL as 1 lower. So you have APL, I'm guessing 3, right?
They're all 3s,
so it'd be 2 for him.
Yeah, for control.
Yeah, for controlling the objectives.
Yeah.
And that's that guy. And then the next guy is, see the Kopesh guy? Yeah, so this is like my melee guy.
Okay.
So I paired him up with the flamethrower guy. So his boon is this ranged weapons have the saturate weapon rule. So he is like a magic blast, basically. So it's psychic blast 2 rending, which is a pretty brutal psychic weapon. And he also has psychic shock, which is like a melee weapon.
Okay.
So both of those have saturate. Do you know what saturate does?
You can like get around corners or whatever, or there's no cover save?
I believe it says right here. The defender cannot retain cover saves, yeah.
Yeah, so just no cover saves.
Yeah, which is pretty good for blast weapons. That's why I gave it to him.
Yep, definitely.
And his ability is kind of weird, so I'll do a quick little thing. So if someone's within 6 inches of him,
Which guy is this? Sorry, your melee
So this
guy?
is the melee guy.
Yeah.
So him. So if someone's within 6 inches of him, so if he's there, what he can do for his ability basically is he can put a token down that's within control range of them, so within an inch, anywhere around him.
Yep.
And then this guy does his turn, so this guy hasn't been activated yet. I activate this guy, he charges over here, he shoots over here, he does anything.
Yep.
At the end of his turn, he returns to this marker within 1 inch of anywhere of it. So if he does an action, he can just go back down.
Is it tied to him?
It's tied to this token.
Okay, so he's tied to that one token.
Yes.
Not anybody can teleport.
Not anybody. He has to choose an operative.
That's pretty cool.
He's like the time wizard, so he can reverse time. That's like his gimmick.
And that's at the end of his after his activation. At the end of it.
So he can do that on any operative, but it only goes off at the end of that operative's turn. So if they've already activated, it'll be next turn that it'll go off.
Okay.
So it goes off whenever.
Okay, so whenever the next activation ends, but if he's already been activated. Okay, so then it'll be the next turn.
So he basically chooses a guy. So what I usually would do is I'll choose a guy that hasn't activated yet.
Yep.
Like a melee guy.
Yeah.
You'll put the token in like a safe spot. You're basically giving him a respawn point.
True.
So you put it within an inch of him.
Yeah.
And then he goes off and does his turn. And at the end of his turn, he has to return to within control range of this token.
Yeah.
So he can go like here, he can go here, he can go here.
Nice.
It doesn't matter like about walls or anything.
Okay, cool.
It's a pretty good ability. And and he can also heal. So I can choose a guy and he can heal a guy 2d3 wounds.
That's just like automatic, or does it cost APL?
It's part of the same ability. So this is the reconstitutional ritual. So select one friendly warp coven operative visible to and within 6.
And you can do all of those in the same turn?
This is one guy.
Yeah, I know. But you can do all those abilities with this one guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't cost APL or anything?
No, they do cost an action. So temporal flux costs an AP.
Oh, okay.
And this is just one of the abilities he has.
Okay,
so within a turn, he can choose a guy that's within 6 inches, heal him.
Okay. For an APL though?
No.
Oh, no.
No APL on that one.
Just do it.
The other one costs an AP.
Gotcha.
And the last guy is the Warp Fire Sorcerer, which is this guy. So his thing is a light. So he basically just makes it so that I do more damage to whoever he targets. So until the start of this operative's next activation, or until it's incapacitated, or if he puts the buff on someone, so it goes. He can't put it on multiple people. He can only do it once. The enemy operative gains one of your alight tokens. So I just put a token next to one of your guys.
Yep.
And then whenever a friendly, like anybody on my team, is shooting against him, or fighting against him, or retaliating against him, All of my weapons basically have ceaseless on them, and this operative cannot perform this action, and I can't do it when I'm in melee range. And ceaseless.
You can re-roll any one of your attacks.
Yeah.
So so if you roll like 2 2s, you could re-roll both of the 2s.
And I gave that guy, he has flight. So he basically just can... Do you know how flying works?
No.
So the way this one works is you basically... I don't measure upward movement or anything. I just measure...
Just diagonal?
Yeah, so he can move 6 inches. So if he's up here and I want to go here, instead of having to measure down movement, I just can go like that instead.
That's cool. So he's hovering.
And it works for charges too.
Okay. For the flight there, okay.
Yeah, so I can just ignore walls and
the
stuff.
only question I have is on your re-rolling of the crits ability.
Yep. So the debuff, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of my guys are crit dependent / have rending and something else, where if I don't roll any crits, I automatically convert a normal hit into a crit.
Yep.
And as soon as I get a crit, my other one with rending, as soon as I get any crits, I get to turn another one of my things into another crit. But I'm not rolling for that one.
Until the start of this operative, it's on results of 6.
On a result of 6.
It's when we roll 6s, you have to re-roll them.
But if I don't roll any 6s and I convert them into crits, it doesn't affect those.
It basically goes around it.
Okay.
So you're like cheating against the rule. So you didn't dry roll any 6s, so you're basically bumping them up to crits. You mean like 5-up crits?
No, not even 5-up crits. Like I've got what do I have here? So like my loadouts. Are you familiar with these guys too? With like the Corn, the Nurgle, and all the stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. They each have the boon. Yeah.
Right, they got the boons. Like Corn, he's got severe weapon rule. So severe, if you don't retain any critical successes, you can change one of your normal successes into a critical success.
Yeah, that just goes around it.
Okay. And your rules take effect of that. Okay, so that's like that one there. So that's severe.
Yeah, so this is only reroll attack dice results of 6. So you're not rolling 6s. You're bumping a normal one into a crit.
And then I've got a lot of guys that have rending on their abilities, on their guns. Mm-hmm. And then rending is, if you retain any critical successes, you can retain one of your normal successes as a critical success instead. How would rending affect that one? Because I don't retain that dice. Is that resolved before this?
It's the same thing. So you rolled a 6 to turn it into a... You rolled the 6, which means you have to immediately re-roll it.
Before the rending
kicks in.
Right, but then you re-roll it, but then maybe it's just a normal hit, but then it turns into a crit with
then it would still... That would basically... The way it works is if you roll the crit, so you rolled a 6, you have to immediately re-roll it before you resolve rending. And then if you roll... Then if the rule that makes a normal hit into a crit happens at the end.
Gotcha.
So it still works.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Okay, another question I had. During activations, you can either perform 2 shoot or 2 fight actions.
Yeah, Astartes rule.
Yeah, the Astartes rule.
I also have that rule.
Yeah, you've also got that rule. But does that mean like by default, if you don't have this rule, you can only attack or shoot once per activation?
Yep.
Like that's the normal.
That's the normal rule. Yeah.
Can you fight and shoot at the same time?
Yep. You can do any combination of actions as long as you're not
doing the same one twice.
Unless you have a rule that voids it. Gotcha. So you can do 2. You can do 2 shoots. You can do 2 hits, and I believe you can do 1 of each. You could in the last edition, but
like, what if I was using my scouts? They don't have that rule. They've only got 2 APL, but can one guy shoot and fight?
Does he have the Astartes rule?
No. But
do they not? I'm pretty sure they do.
They have an ability to sort of temporarily give it to them.
But they don't. They can't shoot twice or hit twice.
Not by default. You have to do something to activate it.
Well, that's probably why they're not that good.
Yeah. Yeah. But like okay. But I guess that's kind of from 2 fighters.
Take Astartes, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that doesn't really matter. We just know that we can do 2 here.
Does it put my keyword at the back there? Oh, it does. Nice.
Okay. So you've already picked your armor. So let me just see if I can pick.
Confirm. Oh, sorry. The one other thing.
Yeah.
So I have 2 heavy weapons. So I have this gun, and I have a warp flame. Where's the flamer? Oh, there he is. So these guys, the way their weapons work, if I want to shoot twice with them, it uses an extra APL.
Right.
So it uses 2 APL for it. Gotcha. Do your guys function like that as well, or no?
No.
No. Okay. But I think these guns are really mean. That's probably why they make them work like that. But
no, the restriction that I have is if the second one gets chosen, it has to be a bolt pistol, bolt gun, or tainted bolt pistol. So I'd be able to shoot twice with the pistol and the heavy gun.
Yeah, you have to choose 2 different weapons. Yeah.
With those guys.
And that makes a bit more sense.
Okay. Okay, let me just see my armor now. The armor, do we technically just choose the armor and like that's on the or your equipment, and it's like all your guys have that equipment available.
Equipment is available to your whole team.
To your whole team. It's not just one guy at a time. Yeah.
It used to be you had to.
Right.
In the last edition, you had to basically choose each individual operative to get equipment, which so it was a big pain in the butt to.
Okay, so I'm gonna choose warded armor for sure is one of mine.
So you're doing your equipment right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you already know all of your strategic and firefight ploys?
Yes. So the strategics you can only use at the beginning, right?
You choose one at the start, of the strategy phase, and the firefights you use them when they say you can use them.
Yeah.
And they all cost a command point.
And then the only one that's universal is the one you can do the reroll, right?
Just command reroll, which is basically
has access to that.
Flub the dice, reroll it.
And it costs a CP.
And then if you roll a 6, you have to reroll it again.
Yeah. Oh, God. So you roll anything but a 6.
Yeah. You hit on 3 ups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're fine.
Okay, I'll just try Tainted Rounds. Let's do that one as another equipment.
And you know how wounding works?
Yeah, when you get injured and stuff?
Yeah. If you're at half health, you lose an APL, and you are -1 to hit, and you're -1.
You lose an APL too?
I believe you do. Unless they changed that.
I swear it was just...
Is it -1 to hit and -1 to move then? Or maybe it's -2 to move.
They're injured, subtract 2 from their move stat, and worsen their hit on their weapons by 1.
Oh, they got rid of the APL then.
Yeah, there's no APL.
Dang.
Because that would be crazy on, like, 2 APL guys. That's just insane.
That's why it was really, really effective just to wound as many guys as possible.
Yeah.
Is there a way to shoot through there? Yeah, there is. And you know how Vantage works?
You get 1 accurate if you're in Vantage.
Yeah, dependent on how high up you go.
Yeah.
So the way thankfully this terrain is set for it. So this gives you the bonus of the 3, and this is the 2.
Okay.
So it's just flat across this. I'm pretty sure it's 4 inches, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 4 inches.
Okay. But wait, you get a bonus of 2 accurate or 1 accurate?
You basically get a free accuracy 1
Yeah.
for being up
Here.
1 higher, and then you get accuracy 2 for
Gotcha.
being up on the next elevation.
Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that's fine.
And you didn't have any confusion with the obscuring rule at all, or?
No, obscuring and cover
Obscuring's
was
way easier in this
Yeah.
edition than in the last one. In the last one, it was the same rule where if you're 2 behind it, you're obscured, but you couldn't even target them. Like you're not allowed to shoot them at all. So you had to measure every single time for determining the obscuring. That's good though.
So obscuring and all it is you can't crit. You have to remove one of your attack dice.
You remove 1 dice and you cannot retain a crit. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't retain a crit. Or do you remove 1 dice, or do you get rid of one of your hits? I think
you take one of your hits away.
Yeah, you take one of.
And if you have only 1 hit, you just don't hit.
Then you just don't hit. Yeah. So that's obscuring.
You need to get rid of 1.
And then cover, you have normal attacks, but then your opponent has 1 automatic cover save.
You get 1 free save. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And there are instances where, is there an easy way to show this? You would have the choice basically to have either one. So you can choose to either have the cover save or you can choose to take the obscuring.
Gotcha.
So if you have the option for both. So like if I'm standing, is there any easy way to show this? If there's ever a point where you could draw a line to them that would either trigger obscuring, so if they're too far behind.
Yep.
So like if I'm standing like here, and you're standing somewhere over here, and it would either clip through this, which would cause obscuring, or if it would clip through this and it would cause cover, I can choose either one.
Gotcha. As the defender,
as the defender, you get to choose.
Gotcha. Oh, Tristan's here. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. So I'm just trying to see if I want this one here. No, okay, I'm just gonna do those ones. And then maybe I'll just try 2 universal equipments. I choose all my equipment right now, right?
Yeah. So the order of operations is you roll off, which we did, we select our operatives, and then you select equipment.
Okay, sure, I'll just do an ammo cache.
Okay, you're gonna drop an ammo cache down?
Yeah, let's just do that. I think I have some here. Never tried it, so let's try this one out. So I'll do an ammo cache. Do I put it on the map now?
You put it in your deployment zone.
Anywhere in your deployment.
Do you put it down? Select for equipment. One type only once. Okay, so you don't put it down yet. You do it during the deploy point.
Wholly within your territory. From the operators confront. Okay, but has to always be within your territory, eh?
Yeah. So within your 3 inches and anywhere on this half.
Does it work up there or no?
Yep, that works. So see the line that's down the middle? That's your territory
So it
on that side.
doesn't matter if it's elevated?
Nope. Just remember you need to be close to it to use it.
Yeah, you gotta be within control.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be 1 inch of it, right? Yeah.
So if I were you, I'd probably even put it up in this corner.
But that's past the line though.
It's your territory or your deployment?
Within your territory.
It's your half.
Oh, it's your whole half.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll choose that as my third one, and then fourth one. How do barricades and stuff work?
So you choose them. You basically choose your 4 equipment, and then you deploy them later on.
Later on, you deploy them. Okay, I'll just try some 2 light barricades then.
Okay.
See how that goes. Where there's 2 light barricades or a heavy barricade, or 1 heavy barricade, eh?
Yeah.
I'll just try 2 light barricades. Let's see how that goes.
So you got the
tainted armor, tainted rounds, and then one of those
ammo cache and 2 barricades.
Yeah,
okay, so now you can put them down.
Okay, so now I just put them down?
Now you just put them down where you want them.
Okay, so I'm going to try to put my ammo cache here. And I can put them anywhere in my territory, or just anywhere?
Anywhere in your territory, as long as it's not within 2 inches of a... what is the exact thing for it? You can't put it completely adjacent to terrain, I'm pretty sure.
For the light barricades... more than 2 inches from other equipment. Terrain features.
Okay, so you can't put it within 2 inches of terrain features. I'm so glad I remembered that rule. I've never used barricades before.
Okay. Well, so I can't even put it there because it's within 2 inches of those 2 things.
They're basically good for like no man's land stuff. So like if you're playing on like a more open map, they're kind of useful. You could put it over here somewhere to like support this firing line.
Can I change that or no?
No, go for it. Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I didn't realize you couldn't do it like
that. You could do a ladder. Ladder would help you a lot.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do a ladder. On the deployment, can I deploy my guy up here to start?
Is he within the deployment zone? I'm pretty sure the terrain isn't.
No.
He has to be wholly within.
So he's got to climb up there.
So what you could do is just put a ladder here.
Yeah.
And then you could instantly get up here.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll get 2 ladders.
Yeah. Ladders are very, very good for elite teams.
Hells yeah. Okay, let's do a ladder there. And then now the objectives. Okay, now on the door side, it costs 1 APL to open a door.
Yep.
And then to move through it, you get down 1 inch.
You're reduced by 1 inch of movement.
To move through them, yeah. But you can only move through it once it's open by opening it with an action point.
Yes.
Okay. And are we counting...
Oh, sorry, no. That's only Gallo Dark rules. The normal rules here is you're just -1 movement to go through it.
So there's nothing to open it.
Right. You just go through it.
Okay.
The other, with all the walls and opening doors and stuff, that's the version that has the like opening and closing doors with an action.
Okay, and are we going to count these things as doors or no? Just the
the actual man doors. So if you look on the where was it? The thing that I had out earlier actually shows like what is considered a door, and the 2 doors are the one that I have here and the one that I have there.
Well, so there should be a door here.
Oh, sorry, yeah, and there should be one on each terrain. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But you can't shoot through them. You can't shoot through them.
Okay. All right, I'll just put a ladder here. Why not? I don't know if that's good or not. Actually, you know what? No, let's put a ladder right here.
That's a good spot for a ladder.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a very good spot for a ladder. I was going to say you should probably keep them on your side, or else I'll start using your ladders against you.
Okay, so that's my...
So you deployed everything that you need, right?
Yep.
So you selected your tack up. So we each gain 2 CP.
Okay, we each gain 2 CP. I should go get a notebook too, just so I can record this.
Sure.
That was my downfall last time. I made
you didn't make notes.
both each gain 2 CP? I thought I only get 1. You get 2.
That's the last command points get 2 CP.
Each of us just get 2 CP?
Yep, it used to be that, where you would one guy would get 2, one guy would get 1.
Okay, so CP we're at 2.
Yeah, I usually just use a different kind of dice to keep track of it.
True. Okay.
If you want one, here I got 2.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, sweet.
So you get 2 CP. Select your attack op, which you've done. Set up operatives who has initiative. So you have initiative right now. So.
But I think that's just for the setup.
That's setting up equipment. So I didn't have any equipment to place, so I just told you to place all of it. Normally you would set one up, then I would set one up, and we'd alternate till everything's placed. And then you divide your ops into sections of 3.
Yep.
So we each have 6, so that's nice and easy. So 2, 2, and 2.
Yep.
And then for scouting, do you know how this part works?
No.
Okay, so that's the scouting phase.
Yeah.
So you can basically choose to the one. They say to do it with cards, so you show a card, but you can just do it with dice. So for 1 dice, select 1 extra new equipment.
Right.
So you can take another piece of equipment. 2 is you can use 1 strategy ploy for free, so you don't have to use any CP for it.
For the first one, yeah.
And then the third one is reposition, so you can move 1 operative within 3 inches, basically. So you get a free dash action.
Now okay, but it could be 3 inches past your thing.
Right?
Because it says within 3 inches.
Within 3 inches of drop zone. So yeah, you can move them ahead 3.
So you can move ahead 3. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about because I read a lot of rules like that. It's like, oh, within 3 inches of your deployment zone.
When it says within 3 inches of your drop zone, it means 3 inches past.
Yeah.
So not like there would be 0 point in moving in 3 inches.
Yeah,
in
within
your
the
own
same thing. Yeah.
Drop zone.
Unless you're trying to
counter where I'm placing my guys.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I mean, the scouts, that's their whole claim to fame too, is they have a bunch of those actions because it's part of their scouting.
Yeah,
team. They can do
they can do it for free basically.
Yeah.
So now we place our guys.
Okay, we place our guys.
Divide ops into groups of 3. Set up operatives. Start with who has initiative. So you have initiative right now.
Okay, so I put my first guy down.
So you put your first group down.
First group down.
So 2 guys.
Okay. So
and everyone starts with the conceal order.
Everybody starts with the conceal order. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's put this buddy. And there's unlimited range, eh? You could technically snipe that across the map.
I could, but you would either have obscuring or you would have cover.
Yeah, obscuring.
And I'm pretty sure you're... No, I can't even shoot you, because you have cover. And you have a conceal order.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to do one right there. And this buddy is going to go with him right here. He's got undivided. Okay, so those are my guys. Those are my 2 guys. Going out.
Okay, so we want to be as mean as possible and get over there as quickly as possible. So we will put these 2 guys here. Just creeping.
Okay.
There you go.
This guy is gonna go. Okay, those are my 2 guys.
Then we will do.
Where the heck are my abilities? Man, this is the part that gets me. Is just how many things there are.
Another thing that you could do eventually is whenever they put out these like balance updates, they also give you free sets of the cards. So you can basically just print off the cards and then fold them over and put them in a sleeve. And they fit in like an oversized like board game sleeve.
Oh damn, yeah, I should do that.
Which is really, really helpful.
Okay, yeah, my firefight ploys and my strategy ploys. Okay, you got your next 2 guys up?
Yep, they're just right here.
Did you give that guy shipping stuff?
What's up?
Did you give that guy shipping stuff?
Shipping stuff?
The Japanese?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I responded.
Okay, yeah, he already sent us an invoice and everything.
Okay, again? He responded again?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go here. Okay, those are my other 2 guys there. All right. You can put your last 2 guys up.
Okay. Let's... kind of need to match you over here a little bit.
Did you already do Wise?
What's up? No. Did he still push for Wise?
He said he can do PayPal, but there's a 5% charge.
Okay, I'll do Wise. Just leave it for now, but I'll do it after. Because it's going to take some time for it to go through.
Okay.
Were you the one who emailed Amir about Esquire?
No.
No? Did we ship out Esquire yet?
We packed it up. If it's been shipped out, it's the 666 right there.
So he wanted the red one and just refund the white. Was
Yeah.
the white one refunded?
So I want to be refunded. Yeah.
Only asking if the email is still open.
All right. Okay, so that's everything set up. So now we do the scouting phase?
So, yep, now it's scouting. So you choose one of those 3. You put a dice in your hand with the number that you want on top.
Okay.
So...
And so it's either 1 extra equipment, the move, or the free ploy.
So the way it works is 1 beats 2, 2 beats 3, and 3 beats 1. So if I choose, if you choose the free strategy ploy,
Yep.
and I choose the equipment thing, I would basically have initiative for the turn.
Right.
So the way the
So
rock
what-
paper scissors thing
What are
works.
the numbers again?
So 1 is extra equipment.
Okay.
2 is free strategy ploy for 0 points
At the
in turning
beginning,
point
right?
1.
Yeah.
So you basically are activating it for the turn.
Yep.
And then 3 is reposition one op wholly within 3 of the drop zone. So you
Okay.
can move 3 inches ahead.
Gotcha.
So I'm good to go.
I'm ready.
Okay, ready? Rochambeau.
3, 2, 1,
go.
3 and a
Woohoo,
2.
2. So I'm doing the free strategy and you're doing the 3-inch charge. So I have initiative for the turn.
Okay.
So the strategy I'm doing is Fate itself is my weapon.
Oh, shit.
So I roll 2d6s and reserve them. So I'm basically baking 2 rolls of a dice.
Okay.
And in the following firefight phase, whenever an operative is shooting, fighting, or retaliating, after your opponent rolls their attack dice, but before re-rolls, so like anything that would trigger re-rolls, you can use one of your reserve dice to replace one of the d6 rolls.
That's cool.
So I basically can make you fail, I can make you succeed on
Wait,
something.
so you get to roll 2 and you
I
can
roll
use
2.
on my dice?
Yeah, I change
Oh.
your dice for you.
Oh, damn.
Replacement cannot be changed or re-rolled and is discarded at the end of the sequence. Then if the combined result of both reserve dice was less than 9, discard the other dice. So if you roll like really hot with one of the dice and I swap one out and make you like fudge the roll and it's over 9, so like if basically if you roll really high on one dice and I replace the other one and make it a 1, it would basically I'd lose my other dice that I
Gotcha.
rolled. So if
Overpowered.
it'd be really broken if I
Gotcha.
could just use both.
And then does it reset at the end of the turning point?
So
or you
that's
get to
just a
keep those?
strategy ploy I can put
but
up.
like your 2 retained dice, so they restart at the end of the strategy?
No,
turning
I would
point?
basically have to choose that strategic ploy again to get
Gotcha.
the thing to go
For
off.
the turning point? Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay, but then I get to move one of my guys 3 inches to start.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I'll just move this dude here.
Cheating ahead a little 3 inches.
Yeah, just a little bit here. So then, okay, so I can go like boom for 1, and then 2 more.
There you go.
Okay. So you have initiative then, right?
I do. So,
now we get into it.
This is the fun part. So we will start off with... I will move 6 to start. So, here. 1 inch out. And then 3. So 4. And then 2. So we will stick to the wall here. That's 1. And then I will... I'll give the buff to this guy. So any defense dice this guy has to roll are basically, he can re-roll them. So that's 2 actions. What do you have in terms of... he's concealed, but he's not... Are you obscured? You're 2 inches from that, right?
I would say, I don't think that's the thing. I think it's just as long as there's impeding
terrain.
It's
obscuring. So basically, if you're... Well, you don't have cover from that, so...
Yeah, there's no cover on him. Oh.
Yeah.
But I definitely think he's obscured on that.
He is obscured, yes. But I still will make an attempt. Because I got no other actions to do with him. We will do Doom Bolt on him. So it's 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
I got 3 defense dice.
So I will do 4 attacks hitting on 3s. You retain 1 save. It's devastating 2 and lethal 5-ups. So I crit on 5s.
Okay.
Each retained critical success, and so you basically, if I crit,
it does instant damage.
It does 2 damage to you.
Yeah, it's got devastating 2.
Yep.
Damn.
So we will do 4 attacks, 2 hits. So 1 crit. So you take 2 damage immediately.
Oh wait, but you can't crit though, right?
To fail 1. Well, I can't crit, but I can. The damage still goes
devastation
off. Yeah, devastating still goes off.
Okay, so I take 2.
So you take 2 immediately when I roll that, unless you have something to change the 6.
No.
Okay, so you just take 2 wounds on him.
Okay. And he is my... Guess he's down to 12.
Oh, here. I forgot the most important thing. I gotta bake my 2 dice.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do those 2 really quick. A 2 and a 1. That's pretty good.
Oh, shit.
So right now you're just looking at 1 normal devastating wound, and I can't crit. So you just take normal damage.
Normal damage?
Yeah.
Okay, then what's the damage on it?
So it would just be 4 and 2. It's just 4 damage.
Damn, okay. Down to 8.
Well, did you roll your saves yet?
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
right.
don't take the 4 yet. Don't take the 4 yet.
Okay, so I got my 3 saves. So I saved.
You would save... So you automatically retain 1, right? Or do you have a save of 4? You have a 3 save. So you automatically retain 1. You didn't even technically need to roll it. And then you would have...
No, because he's obscured. Doesn't have cover.
Oh, you're right. You don't have a cover save. Right.
But my 5 save would just block your attack.
Yes. So you would only take the devastating 2.
Yeah.
So you just take 2 damage.
Yeah. So he's down to 12 left.
Yep. That's easy.
So he's good to go.
So he's good to go. Flip that guy over, and I believe it is your go.
Okay. He's got cover, but he's got attack order.
He is yes, he's switched to attack order. You're right. I do need to swap that. But he's got cover.
Okay, and then sorry, where is the crit op?
It is the upload one.
Upload. Where the heck did I put that? That's that thing. Crit up, upload. I put it somewhere. Oh, no. There it is. Okay. Alright, I'm going to activate this buddy here.
Okay.
I'm going to put an attack order on him. Okay, so I'm going to go for a move first.
Okay.
So it's...
So 2 inches.
2 inches to there.
2 inches over.
2 inches over.
So 4.
So that's 4 on top there. And then maybe I'm just going to tuck him like this. Okay, I'm going to pop 1 APL for this thing here.
Yep, so you get to put a dice on it for 1.
So I got 1 point on it.
Yep.
Okay, and then last APL, I'm going to shoot you with a pistol.
Go for it.
And you got cover save.
So I have 1 free cover saves, yeah. So this guy, Destiny, saving on 3s.
Okay, and then sorry, let me see if I want to do any of these ones. Okay. Sorry, where was my equipment? I can't do my equipment one though anyways. I should have done that at the beginning.
Oh, you didn't use a strategic ploy this turn, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Because you can only use 1 per turn? Is that what it is, or no?
You choose one to be active for the turning point.
Yeah.
But you need to do it during the strategy phase.
Yeah, I know I have to do it at the beginning. That's okay.
I'm totally fine with you just deciding if you want to like go back on something. Just let me know. It's totally fine.
It won't really matter right now, but I'm just trying to find where my equipment is. Yeah, right here. I don't know. That's okay. No, I'm not going to pop it. I'm just going to keep my 2 CPL.
Okay.
Okay, so bolt pistol, I got 4 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Okay, so 3 hits and a crit.
Yeah.
Reroll that 6 if you don't mind.
Yeah, reroll the 6 there. God, gonna get used to that one.
So 3 normal hits, so I get 1 free save. And then we save on 3 ups. Whew. And you hit me 3 times, right?
Yeah. Wait, but you got 1 extra save roll?
Oh, what? Oh, it's at 3 or 4?
You have 3 saves.
It's 3 saves. Sorry,
but you get to keep 1 as a thing anyway, so nothing will go through.
Okay, yeah.
So it's all
doesn't
blocked.
matter either way. I gotta remember 3 and it used to be 4.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
And then it's good.
That's his 3rd APL, so it's done.
All right, perfect. So we spent. And then here I got some different dice we can use for the objective markers too.
Okay, cool.
Just to make things a little bit more visually easy to look at. Here. So you got one there.
Nice.
Might make it a bit easier to tell what's going on. Alrighty, for next activation we will activate this guy.
Yep.
So we will do a movement action first. So 1 and then 2. And then let me just go to the right guy. Gunner, yeah. And then, so we got 4 inches left. Let's switch to this one. 2, 3, 4.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. But what's about to happen?
Open shooting range.
Switching to an activated action. So he still has his buff right now. So he's got a defense buff, so we can reroll defense saves.
Okay.
And we will unload on you with the Soul Reaper Cannon.
Yep.
Which is 5 attacks hitting on 3 ups with piercing 1.
5 attacks?
5 attacks.
And piercing 1 means I lose one of my
You
dice,
lose a
right?
save dice. Yeah.
Yep. So I've got 2 dice.
So 5 ups hitting on 3 ups. Piercing and torrent. So 2 crits, 1 hit. So 3 hits with 2 crits.
I got 2 saves.
2 saves. We will turn one of your saves into a 1.
No. Because I have one save.
Yeah, so 2 crits.
I could block 1 normal, so yes. I take 2 crits.
So you take 2 crits. So you will take focused 10 damage.
He has 2 life left.
Woo! So he's wounded.
Oh yeah, he's injured bad.
And then we'll do it again.
What? Oh, because you could attack one more APL.
Twice, yeah.
Oh no.
5 attacks. 5 attacks, 3 ups. 1 crit. 1 hit.
Oh my god.
4. That was a 4.
I have 1 normal save. That's it.
Okay, he's dead.
He's dead. He's wiped. And that was your 3rd APL?
And that was his 3rd APL, yeah. So he's spent now. I just need to get a guy onto that. Okay, well, you don't control it, which is good.
But I think I still get the point, though.
Do you need to not be controlling it? At the end of each turn, you can score from any objective words that have 1 or more of your opponent. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I have
you'll still get the 1 victory point.
Yeah.
That's good for you, at least.
Something.
Unless someone gets up there. Oh, wait a second, actually.
It's like, okay, relax. But, I mean, it was 3-zip. It's now 3-2. Let's see if my fortune comes true there.
No. It doesn't work on normal Marines. That's too bad. Yeah, that'll be that guy's turn. And then that's 1 for the kill op. Yep. So 6, 1. So my kill grade's 1. Yep. So right now, since I've killed a guy, and since I have a kill grade of 1 and your kill grade is 0 right now, at the end of the turning point, I'll get 1 extra VP, basically.
Right. I honestly don't really care that much.
Okay.
I'm not a big hockey guy.
Holy crap, that poor guy got
Yeah, he just got doubled up with the gunner, eh?
The minigun is pretty good. It does 2 shooting modes. Does yours have 2 shooting modes as well?
But wait, is that a heavy gun?
It's well, it doesn't have the...
There's no heavy on it?
No, it doesn't. So the way these guys work, as long as they are within 9 of a sorcerer, they don't lose the... They basically they'd lose an APL, basically, if they were not within 9 inches of a sorcerer. So you kind of want to keep them squatted up together.
Right. But wait, doesn't he have heavy, though? You can't shoot twice without spending twice on the second one?
Nope.
No? Oh, shit.
These guys don't have that.
Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, what is the strategy on the next one?
First place was like $500,000 US or something. I was first place all fucking night. And then
okay, let's activate this guy.
Got knocked out clean in the second round. I lost so many points, it bumped me to like 102nd. So I got nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna move him. So we get to what? Knock off. What does the ladder do?
To this day, I'm convinced he took a dive.
You basically only spend 1. Instead of spending 4 to go up the ladder here, you spend 1.
Treat the vertical distance as 1. Okay, so we're gonna go 1 up and then 1 over. Basically, just gonna move to right there. Okay.
Oh, that's such a mean piece of terrain, actually.
Yeah, he's got the basic. He's got cover if he's in there, but he's obscured, I think. No, he's not obscured.
Unless he changes action. Which guy are you talking about?
Well, if you were to shoot him,
he would be in cover.
He's in cover.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's that one there. Okay, so that's 1 APL. Okay, so I'm gonna move to shooting phase, but I might pop a thing here.
Yep. I didn't order that. I got the proper shampoo, the conditioner.
Okay, and this is my heavy gunner. Okay, I'm gonna go with my Reaper Chain Cannon focused. He's got heavy but reposition only, so I just did a reposition, no dashing, so he should be fine. I'm gonna target this buddy down there.
You cannot target that guy, unfortunately. What? He's in cover.
Oh.
He's a conceal order.
You're right. Oh shit. No, I can't see any of those guys.
Yeah, that's what I meant by this piece of terrain is super mean.
Oh man.
You're in a good spot though. Like.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's it. That's all I've got.
Let's try something funky.
I didn't even think of that.
just what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do the time wizard, so Temperian, Sorcerer of Temperian, and use his temporal flux ability.
Yep.
So he will target this sorcerer here and give him the time token.
The drop marker?
Yeah. So I'm going to give him the respawn thing within a control range of him. So right here. So basically when this guy activates at the end of his turn, he has to return to that marker within an inch of it.
Gotcha.
So that's good. And then he will use a movement of 6. And then when does this one have to be activated?
Did the drop marker cost an APL?
Yeah, it uses an APL for it. That's to the end of his turn. How far away is that? That's 2 inches. I have to get closer. He will. He could see him. And he's also activated. Destiny. Psychic Blast Rending. Flux Blast.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind.
What's up?
I was going to say, I didn't realize I couldn't shoot with him. I could keep him in conceal order, right?
You could have, yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. No, I'm not going to.
So I will use Flux Blast on him.
Yep.
Which has the Saturate rule. So no cover save.
No cover save, okay.
And it's Psychic Blast 2 Rending. So Blast only applies if you have other guys.
Yeah, within 2
Yeah,
inches
which you
of
don't
him.
have.
Yeah.
So, and it's Rending though.
So any non-crits get turned into a crit?
Yes, if you retain any critical successes, you retain one of your... So I basically bump
normals,
a
yeah.
crit,
So
a
you get an
normal
extra
into a
crit
crit. So
if
this
you
is
get
being
one.
shot at you with basically no downside. So we will do 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
4 attacks hitting on 3s, okay.
Yes, and I still have this as well.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2 hits.
Okay,
2 regular
I have
hits.
1 crit and 1 normal.
Okay. How much damage would these both hitting you do? 6 damage. It's not a lot. How much health did they? You have 14, right?
He has 18.
18.
He's a heavy. Oh, wait, no, he's 14.
Okay, I was going to say, that makes him way tougher than every other Chaos Marine that ever existed.
Well, there's the heavy Space Marines that have 18. The heavy gunners have 18 wounds
Really?
on them, yeah.
Oh, you mean like the Gravis Armor ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are tougher.
Yeah.
I meant like a baseline Chaos Space Marine.
Yeah.
We will turn your crit into a 2.
Turn my crit into a 2.
Yes.
So that's a fail.
And then
So
you
one
can
normal.
save 1 normal, so 1 normal will go through. So you'll take 3.
Okay. 3 damage. So he's at 11.
Yes, that's spent. So I have no more of the hijinks dice left.
Right. Yeah, that's an insane one. The rolling one.
The re-rolling, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And you
like
have 2 fails on there,
the
too.
Zinch stuff is so much fun. That's why I like this version of the Marines so much more. That same spent, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 3 actions. Yeah, the buff and then the movement and then the shoot. So that's 3.
Okay. Okay. And what do you have there? You got 1, 2. You have a 3rd guy back there? You have 3 guys behind the
Yeah,
middle?
I got the sorcerer, 1 flamer guy, and then the gunner guy, basically. How far is this guy away? Okay, Okay, he can make it over there.
He won't be able to see through that, or can he see through that?
Which part?
If we go move him to right here,
Yep.
you'll be able to see over that wall.
Can you draw a line from
His head to him?
his head to any part of my guy?
Let's see here. Like just like the tip, maybe.
Which guy are you trying to shoot it from?
From if I was standing right here.
And then shooting at this guy?
Yeah.
As long as his head is clearing the wall, then yeah.
Yeah. As long as his head is, you mean? Or like
Your
as long
guy.
as there's a
So
sight
if you can draw a line from any point of your guy to mine,
from his head.
then you can shoot at him, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's gonna be too close. You got 3 guys over there. Okay, I'm just gonna activate this guy, keep him in a conceal order.
Okay.
Just gonna move him to here, reposition. And that's it.
Okay.
Your turn.
We will do this guy, who will do a reposition. So we'll see how far 4 is for starters. So 3, 1, and then that's all of his movement. And then he will use an action to put a token on that, because I can't fall behind with those. And can he draw any form of line? No, he cannot see him. Well, that's good, though.
Means he also cannot be seen.
Yeah. Is there anything else he can do? I believe that's all he can do for this turn.
Okay.
So he will remain in conceal, though,
Yep.
since he doesn't need to be. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna activate this guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna scooch him over here.
Okay.
And that is it.
Okay. We will activate this guy. So he will. What is his buff? So he will do a full thing of movement, so 6 inches. And then he will do his ability to target him.
Okay.
So you will have, you basically have a debuff on you.
Yeah.
So
extra attacks on him or whatever.
a light tokens. So basically any shots that I do at him have ceaseless.
Have ceaseless, okay.
Which means that... Are you telling me that it doesn't have... No, is it on the front? It's probably right here. Ceaseless can reroll any attack dice with the same result. So if I roll doubles, I can reroll them.
Yeah.
So if I roll 2 1s, I can reroll both.
Yeah, I can reroll both ones, yeah.
So we'll give him the light token right here. And then I will do the action to put a token on that.
Okay.
Do I have another mini dice kicking around here? Nope. Oh, I know where I got one. I'll just use some bigger dice. So, 1 and 1, and that's him spent.
Okay.
But since he has the time thing on him,
Oh, yeah.
he can just go back to here.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane.
So the time token goes away, and he's still in conceal.
Shiza.
And then I believe you have 2 or 1 guy left.
I've got
after
2
me.
guys.
Yeah, okay, 2.
You
right,
have 1 left?
right, I started. Yeah, I got 1 guy creeping back here.
Chilling in the back there. Can you charge through doors?
I think it would just reduce it, would it
just
not?
reduce it by 1 inch, so it's just a 7-inch charge instead of...
Oh, you want to charge this guy?
But I can't charge and move in the same
I don't
turn.
think you can move and charge, no.
Yeah, no, I can't move and charge, yeah. Don't have many options. I'm just going to do a reposition here. Let's go 1 out here. Goes right to the door. And that's it.
Okay. Last guy. He will move 2 inches here. And then 3 to kind of be hiding here. With the conceal still. And I think he'll just stay parked right there for now.
Okay.
And that is me spent for the turn.
Alright, okay, I got my last guy here.
Don't believe he could reach if he comes out.
Okay, I'm going to move over here 4 inches. And then 1 up and over. So he's chilling up here now.
No, way too far. Okay. And a conceal, right?
No.
No, he's activated?
He's activated. So that's my 1 APL there. Who's this guy? Okay. Okay, I'm going to move to shooting. I'm going to shoot with this bolt pistol.
Okay. Shooting at that guy?
Yeah, this guy right there. So tainted bolt pistol. I've got 4 attacks. And he has the undivided on him. So whenever he's shooting against or retaliating, I mean... But he's not within 6 inches, eh? Or is he within 6 inches?
Might be. Yeah, he's
within 6 inches. So his weapons have the ceaseless rule.
Okay, so you get to reroll.
And... Tainted bolt pistols, yeah, 4 attacks.
So we get 3 saves, no cover.
Yeah. Carrete.
So 2 saves, 1 fail.
Okay, so 2 saves, 1 fail, but then I've got ceaseless, so I can reroll one of those if I want to.
Do you roll any crits? Ceaseless care about that?
No, he doesn't have the thing on him. He's just undivided.
Oh, any with the same results. So you could re-roll either one of those 2.
Yeah, any one of the other 2.
Or you could roll both 5s if you really wanted to.
If I really want to risk it.
Real crazy.
No, let's go for one of these.
Okay.
With the ceaseless. 4
so
hit.
3 hit. Is it not just 3 hits?
Sorry, 4 is a hit though.
Oh yeah. 3 hits, yeah.
And he has rending, but he doesn't have any crits, so the rending doesn't kick in. Rending. Yep. Okay, so I think that's all of his abilities. So he's got 3 normal hits.
So 3 normal hits is how much?
But you have two defense, like 2 blocks.
Saves, yeah.
So I got one that goes
one
through.
Hit.
So it's just with a pistol shot. So that is 3 damage.
Okay, so 3 damage. So 11.
Okay, but then I'm gonna do it again with my last APL.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna shoot again with 4.
One crit. Oh, all hits.
All
Full
those
hit. Ooh, 2 crit saves in a normal.
Okay. And then,
so,
but then one of these guys turns into a crit with rending.
Yep.
And I guess I have ceaseless, but I'm not gonna do anything with ceaseless.
So 2 crits. I can block both crits, and I can save a save.
Yep. So then just 1 normal damage, just 3 more damage.
3 more damage. Okay, that's not too bad. 10, 8.
Okay, and that is him. So that's everybody expended.
That's everyone done. So end of first turning point.
Yep.
You get a point. I get 2 points. For
the objectives.
For the objectives, yes.
Okay, so VPs.
So 2. I'll just put this at the front.
Justice Hunter's creators aren't open.
They are with some people. I got emails for it, yeah. I think I already emailed Grosser and Asmode. I emailed them directly.
Asmode?
Yeah.
Are you doing Uni pre-order?
Yeah, they are now, yeah.
No.
So we just need to do Uni and Prince whenever we can. But I think Uni's open. Sorry, okay, so I got 1 VP from that one there. You got one from your kill op.
So I got 1 for kill op.
Yeah.
I got 2 for each point, so 3, and then I have to reveal my tac op.
Yeah, me too.
So since it got triggered when you first score VP from this op, so at the end of each turning point after the first, if the total APL stat of friendly operatives within 3 of the center line of the kill zone is greater than the enemy operatives, you score 1 VP. So 1, 2, and I believe that is
Both on the center line.
the center line. So this guy is technically affecting it. This guy's in. This guy's in. So I have 6 APL on the center line. You have 3.
Gotcha.
So I get 1 VP from that.
Okay.
And then you scroll the same number of VP, blah, blah, blah. If the total APL stat of friendly operatives on the center line but more than 3 inches from the center of the kill zone is greater than the enemy operatives, you score 1 VP. So I have more guys away from here. So I have 1 here and 1 here, and they're both 3 inches away from the center. So like if I was like basically hogging the center, I wouldn't get that extra VP. But since they're both like on the outskirts, I get an extra VP. So I get 2 VP.
Damn, okay.
So 2, 2, and 1. So I get 5.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So.
Okay. And then I think I get my security tac op as well. If there are no enemy operatives wholly within your territory, you score 1 VP.
Yep.
If there are no enemies within 6 inches of your drop zone, you score 1 VP. So I get 2 more VP from that.
You get 2 VP. So you get 3 VP.
Yeah, I'm at 3.
Not bad.
Okay.
All right, and then we go back and forth. Start of the round. So we wipe all the points. All the points get wiped. Everyone gets flipped back over to active. He still has his buff. You still have his debuff. And then 5. We both gain a CP. So we go up to 3. 3. And then initiative phase. So ready operate roll for. So we roll for initiative. If losing the initiative plus 1 CP.
If you lose initiative, you get another CP?
Okay, so you gain a CP first. So we roll for initiative first.
Okay.
So I got 3, I got 4. So you have initiative?
Yep.
So if losing it, so I gain a CP. You technically only have 2 CP right now.
I got 3 CP.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you have 3 now.
Yeah.
And I technically still only have 2 until after this next part. So strategy phase, you gain a CP. So I get 3. If losing initiative, plus 1 CP. Okay, so I gain the CP, right. Okay. Oh, I see how it works. So if you lose initiative, you gain a CP.
Okay.
And then both of us gain a CP in the next point. That's how that works.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So you got 2 total.
So I have 2 total. So I had 2 before. I get 1 here because I lost initiative.
Yep.
And then I gain 1 here in the strategy phase, where you gain 1 as well.
Wait, you're at 4 now?
Because I lost the initiative. If you lose initiative, you get 1 CP.
But didn't you spend 1 last time?
No, I didn't spend any because I used the strategic
The
0
1.
one.
Right. Okay.
So strategy phase, gain 1 CP. Play strategic gambits if we have them.
I'll play strategic gambit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give this buddy tainted armor, so he just saves on 2 pluses.
Whew, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. Could I use it again? My strategy ones? Because I have to target a guy. Like I can only target 1 guy at a time. And so until
What
end
is
of
the wording on the rule?
So it's an equipment piece. Warded armor, strategic gambit. Select 1 friendly legionary operative until the ready step of the next strategy phase. Change its save to 2+.
Well, I'm also going to use 1.
But But do you know if I could use another one or no?
You mean like 2?
Like spend another CP on another guy?
I think you can only use 1 per turning point. Let me just
Only
double
one
check.
strategy gambit?
Yeah, I can check real quick.
Yeah, I have it here too.
Pretty sure you can only use 1, but strategy phase 37. Strategy initiative gambit starting with the player's initiative. Each player alternates either using a strategic gambit or passing.
She says you cannot use each more
than once per turning point.
So each one.
You cannot use each strategic gambit more than once per turning point. So
So I can only use that on one guy for this turn, but I can use another strategic gambit.
You can use a different
yours.
one. Yep.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing the same thing again. I'm gonna bake 2 dice.
Yep.
Of course, because why wouldn't I?
Exactly.
So let's see what they are. Please roll low. Oh, 6 and a 3. That's not too bad. 1 bad, 1 good. Let's actually just put them here. I have a lot of CP, so. Do you have a lot of piercing in your guys?
Nope.
No?
I
Okay.
have a lot of rending.
Yeah. We'll just do that one for now. We don't need to use more.
Okay, I'm gonna use one more.
Okay.
So I'm down to 2. I'm gonna go down to 1 now. I'm gonna do blood for the blood god.
Of course.
I don't know what the symbol is. Maybe it's this one here. Maybe this one. Just gonna give it to this guy. So basically his first attack, because he's corn, does...
This guy's got a lot of buffs on him. Holy.
Yeah, he's buffed up. Well, everybody has 1 automatically.
Yeah.
But-
I just gain another one.
So yeah, blood for the blood god. What does that one do? So whenever friendly legionnaire that has corn... Oh, excluding corn. Never mind. Excluding corn. Okay, then I'll put it on this guy.
Okay.
Excluding corn is fighting for the first time. You strike during that sequence, inflict 1 extra damage. And I had 1 damage stat of the corn. Okay, so I could do it to a corn guy. It's just 2 different versions, whether he has corn or not corn on him. I'll put this one on this guy then, sorry.
Yep.
I will put it on him. So basically his melee, add 1 to his damage stats of his melee weapons.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. So now, we're done with the gambits?
We are done with gambits. So we just go on to the next turn.
Okay, so next turn.
You have initiative, so
Okay, I have
you
initiative.
go first.
Okay, so I'm going to declare charge with this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to charge into melee combat range here. So he's going to get expended here, and we're going to go to the fight phase.
Okay.
So this guy has a demon blade. He's got lethal 5+ and 5 attacks.
Okay, let's go to my... where's that equipment piece?
Yes, sir.
There's still a trade bin, or there's still all trade bin?
The trade bin's already all sorted away.
Last time you saved.
Okay, so I have 1 extra attack. So
But he's got some damage on him already, right? Yeah, he's down to 8
a little
life.
bit, yeah. So he has 5 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Okay, so 5 on 5.
So I got a crit, a hit, a hit. So you got 2 hits?
Two crits.
Oh, right. Yeah, they get upgraded.
Got lethal 5+s. So they get upgraded to that. And I think... yes, there's that one there, but I don't have that on him. Okay. Okay, so I am going to strike through with one of my first crits right now.
You charge, so yeah, you get to hit first.
So 7 damage on the first crit.
Oof. Okay. You have one more hit left.
I have one more crit hit left. But I don't think
Actually, I'll use. This is a perfect time for this. Actually, I'm gonna use all his dust, so I'll go down to 2 CP.
Okay.
So, use this Firefly Boy when attack dice inflicts damage on a friendly Warp Coven Rubric Marine operative. That attack dice inflicts 1 damage instead.
Instead?
Yeah.
Okay, so it does 1
instead
damage.
Of a crit, it still crits, but it does 1 damage.
Gotcha.
So he goes to 7.
Okay.
And then I will parry with my crit.
Okay.
So no more hits for you.
Yep.
And then I will hit twice.
Yes.
Actually, was that a regular hit?
No, they're both crits.
They're both crits? Okay, so I'll just hit twice with regular.
Okay, so you hit me 2 times with regulars.
So you just take 6 damage.
Okay, 6 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so he takes 6. He's at 15, so he's down to 9.
Like 15. Yeah, those ones are cheap.
So let's go 6 and a 3.
Expensive.
Okay, so that's the end of the fighting phase. So after operative fights or retaliates, if it isn't incapacitated, but incapacitated or inflicted critical damage during that sequence, it regains D3 plus 3 lost wounds.
Okay.
So I get a roll of D3.
Yep. So
So that's
6.
So 6. So he's back to
He's
full
back
life.
to full.
So he's back to full. And my last APL, I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll again with my attack on my Demon Blade here. So I've got 5 attacks.
I also get 5, thankfully. Whew. Crit, hit. So all
Okay.
hits, but it's
All
more
hits.
so surviving them.
And I'm going to use my ceaseless on my reroll on here, which I
Okay.
think I forgot to do last time, but that's okay. Nothing there.
It's just once per turning point.
Yeah, once per turning point.
All this-
Oh,
I forget where I got it. I think it was from the collector chest. You get
all right.
lightning and something else.
So that's a full house of hits, right?
Almost. I got 4 hits, but 1
Yeah,
crit.
1 crit.
Lethal
Okay.
5+. So I'm going to go hit first, 7 damage on the crit.
Okay, so he's still alive with 1.
No, he's dead. He had 1 last turn?
No, he had 7. Oh, did he get? No, you remember I turned it to 1?
Yeah, but he's
And then
at
I
8.
parried 1.
Thank you.
I know, but then you get the 1. He got the 1 damage through. He's at 7 life right now.
Oh, did you do 7 damage?
No, he did. Yeah, on the crit, this crit does 7.
Oh, okay, then
The
he's
first
dead,
one.
yeah.
It does exactly 7.
Yep, then he's dead.
Yeah.
He goes down.
Okay, and he has no more APL, so he can't.
That's what I'm kind of happy that you killed him instead of scoring on the objective, but
Okay, and that's his turn. Or that's his activation
that's his
done.
activation, okay.
Yeah, the blast burst can hydro pump that thing out of the sky.
Can I scorch this guy in one go? He has full HP, he's 14, right?
15 and saving on 2s.
So he's real tough. So we got the melee guy. We got pretty good control over here. Oh, he's well hidden there.
Yeah, there's 2 guys down here, 1 guy back here,
Gunner.
Probably something.
and heavy gunner.
Yeah, it's just bulk that we just threw there. Bulk I can't let you go through.
6.
Takes forever. There's way too much of it. There's thousands and thousands of cards.
Land on the rubble. He can't go there.
Same cards that you find in the street.
Um,
Yeah, there's nothing good in there. Yeah, exactly.
we will do
Bad cards. Poo-poo cards.
first. We'll start.
Flight.
Yeah, so getting up here.
Yep.
It's true.
So
Some bulk is good.
let's just bake him into the corner here as much as we can. And we will give the debuff to this guy. So I'm going to switch. So it's coming off of him
Yep.
and going on to him. So any shots at him have ceaseless.
Ceaseless? Okay.
So everything basically gets a reroll if it's got a ceaseless. If it's a
Any one dice number or whatever.
Operative shooting against, fighting against, or retaliating against. Has one of your light tokens. That friendly operative weapon has the ceaseless weapon roll. So it works for everything. And then we are going to Mind Burn.
I think there's a research too. Birthday Pikachu.
Kind of need to deal with that gunner, actually. So we will do 1 Mind Burn on him.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 hits. Hitting on 4s, lethal 5, saturate, seek light. A lot of rules. So 5 hits.
Is that his last APL?
That's 2 APL.
The debuff move?
Oh wait, APL? Yeah, you might be. Yeah, you're right. This is his last APL.
Okay.
So we will do 5 hits.
I have 3 saves here.
Yep.
That's my heavy gunner. I just have 3 saves. There's nothing special about him.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So 1 crit. We will turn that crit into a 3.
Crit into a 3. But wait, do I have any
You do not.
cover save?
We have saturate. So
Saturate.
No cover save. Seek light. What does seek light mean?
I think it's something to do with like light cover. Sorry, what did you turn into a 3?
The critical success.
Okay, so I have 2 normal saves.
Yes. Seek light. Where is that rule? Torrent, stun, silent, shock. Saturate, seek.
Conceal cannot use terrain for cover when you have seek.
Okay.
So he's not in.
He's not in conceal, so it just targets them basically.
Yeah.
So psychic, lethal 5 ups. So both of these are crits, which is good. So 3 crits.
Oh, 3 crits.
Which isn't the important part of the rule. So mind burn. So you take, and then resolve attack dice step to inflict damage with any critical successes. So you can block.
I can block 1
You
crit.
can block 1 crit.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you want to do that.
Yeah.
So 2 crits go through.
Yep.
If you inflict damage with any critical successes, the operative this weapon is being used against gains 1 of your mind burn tokens. So the weapon you're using is your Gatling gun. So you so it gains a token.
Okay.
So it gains 2 tokens technically. Until the end of its next activation, or until it's incapacitated, or until a friendly operative uses this weapon again, whichever comes first. Whenever an operative has 1 of your mind burn tokens, worsen the hit stat of its weapons by 1.
She's got 2 tokens on him?
Yeah.
If you don't kill him. He's at 11 life right now. How much does 2 crits do?
This thing does it does 2 damage.
Oh,
it's
okay.
literally
So
just turning your gun off. So
Gotcha.
right now you hit on what with him?
So he's the heavy gunner. So his ranged gun. I need to choose the gun?
It's all of your weapons.
All the weapons. Oh, shiza. Heavy gunner, it's hitting on 3s.
So you go down to 2. You go on to 5 to you
4,
hit on
5.
6s. Or you don't 3s, you said?
It's on 3s right now.
So you hit on 5s.
So 4, 5s. Yeah, so hit on
Yeah.
5s.
So all your attacks hit on 5s until at the end of his activation.
Okay. Okay.
So I just wanted to turn him off so he
Yeah.
can't start blasting all my guys everywhere.
That's pretty cool.
So that goes on him.
Do you want me to do an official pre-order?
What's that?
Like something people can actually order? Or do you want just SEO placeholder?
They can actually order, yeah. I think we're pretty good for that. Just do a little bit on it, just like maybe like 4, 5, 6 at most. I'm sorry, and how much damage does the crit do though?
Just 2.
2
It's literally
total?
just 2 damage.
Okay.
It's not the damage that's important about
Yeah.
it. It's the debuff that's the most important part.
Okay. Okay, interesting. And he has a Zeech one, eh? And then, so you said that's until the next activation?
It lasts until the end of its next activation, or until it's incapacitated,
Okay.
or until I use that ability again.
Okay, so that's in there.
That's all him. Yeah.
All right, so next up,
Right now, at least.
where does this thing go? Okay, I'm gonna charge this guy.
Okay.
With the ladder here. So I've got 3, 4 going up, 5, and then yeah, basically right into range.
Okay.
I definitely should have, but I didn't because I was silly. My collection used to be crazy, man.
It's going to an attack order.
No, I didn't have to base that shadow. I wasn't.
Okay, I'm gonna move to attack phase.
No. For all my cards?
Yep.
Only 8,000. No, it's not. Today they'd be 30.
Okay. So you're going after the wizard. Okay.
All right, so he's got 5 attacks with Corn, which has severe weapon rule.
'Kay.
So if any non-crits, one of them gets turned into a crit.
Okay.
And he also has brutal, so you can only block with criticals.
Okay.
And I think that's all that he has right now. So 5 attack dice here. How many dice are you rolling with?
4.
4. Okay.
So I got shock and lethal 5-ups.
And which one? Lethal 5?
All of them.
Sorry, lethal 5?
I have lethal 5-ups and shock.
Gotcha.
So basically the way it works, do you know what shock does?
No.
So if I roll crits, I hit first,
Gotcha.
and then you discard immediately one normal hit.
Oh damn, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
With a shocker. Okay.
So I rolled a crit, a hit, and a hit. So I got a crit and 2 hits.
Oof.
Oh dear.
I did not get much. I got 1 crit hit.
And that's it.
Yeah, it's hitting on 4 pluses.
So you have to if you don't have any normals to discard after I hit first, you
Yeah.
have to discard
Damn.
a crit. So I'll hit you with my crit,
Yep.
which is I have lethal 5s up, so I have a 6. So I have 2 crits and a hit. So my first crit does 6 damage, and you immediately discard 1.
Yeah, so I've got no hits left.
So you take 6,
And then all the rest of them, dang.
and then you take another 6,
Yep.
and then you take 4. So 6,
he's
12.
dead.
So he's dead.
Oh my god. What was that?
That was some really bad rolling. You could
Damn.
re-roll one, like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll
Okay,
1.
yeah, try re-rolling a 2 or something.
Jesus.
So you have you used any CP yet?
I used one at the beginning. I've used some CP. I have 1 CP left right now.
Okay, I have 2.
So I'm gonna re-roll
A 2, I would say.
2, yeah. But I only get to re-roll 1.
Yeah,
of
you
them.
get to choose 1 dice to re-roll.
Yeah.
So you're basically fishing to try to like get a hit in. There you go.
No, it's a 4 plus.
Really?
Yeah, he's hitting on 4s.
Is he not a? Oh, it's because he's using a big, unwielding weapon. That's why.
Yeah. No, he's dead.
Dang, that sucks.
And then what was this one here? Nope. Yeah, he's dead.
Dang.
He's
Well,
charged into his
that's
own
the way,
death.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Jesus.
So my kill up goes up to 2,
Yep.
and you were up for a second.
I
You were
was for a
tied
sec.
for a moment there.
Man.
I'm shocked that guy's not dead, to be honest.
And he's got shock too, which is crazy.
Shock is a really good rule, yeah.
And it's the greater cards that don't fit.
All right, that's your turn.
Okay. We need to start getting points.
Yeah, it's the greatest.
We will.
As long as the greatest.
How far away are you actually from the flamethrower guy? Gunner with warp flamer, range 8 saturate, which is great. Can I get within? Where did my little measuring stick go?
You definitely could, though.
There it is. Can I get within 6 inches? Oh yeah, I absolutely can get within 6 inches of you. We will switch this guy to an activated order. You have some guys hiding back there too, right?
Yep.
Do I want to turn him on first before this guy or no? Psychic. Oh, actually, no. That's not what we'll do. I'll activate him first. So I'll turn on the time guy.
Okay.
Targeting him.
Yep.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So within an inch, right here, because he wants to do some tricky stuff next turn, and then how can I get him to help contest over here? Is there any way he could get over there? Can he fly?
It really depends on the day. Some people want them.
No, he cannot fly. So he would have to
Not
go
everybody collects all of it.
3. You can't even see him. So we gave him the token.
Yeah, why?
Let's get him moving over here at least. So 6. And then he'll shoot at the guy. So are you within 2? So you're within 2. So you can a cover save.
I thought it to be within 1 for a cover save.
It's anywhere along this wall.
Right.
So as long as you're like, it's win within a cover save and 2 for obscuring. So you can choose. You can
Gotcha.
either choose to either have a cover save or you can choose obscuring.
Yeah, I'll go for the cover save.
Okay, so 1 free save.
Yeah. Use a template, yep.
Hold up, wait, maybe you don't want to. I'm making sure I don't have saturate. Then it will not matter. This guy right here. Psychic Blast Rending. Flux Blast. Do I just have saturate by default with this weapon? And scrolled. Which gives saturate. Sorcerer. No, when a friendly warp comes through, is that good? Nope. Okay, so he's normal.
Okay.
Cool. So Psychic Blast Rending for him.
Okay.
So we will do. You get 1 free retention of a save, so 4 attacks. Psychic Blast and Rending. I keep forgetting what Rending does. It is. One normal gets boost to a crit. Okay. So 4 hits. So 2 crits and a hit.
I have 3 saves.
3 saves. Okay. So you get 1 normal retention.
So you have 2 crits and a hit?
Yes.
So I can block 1 crit and 1
crit.
normal?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 crit will go through then.
Yeah. So 1 crit will hit. So you will take 4 psychic damage.
4 damage.
1. Yeah, perfect.
So he's at 11 left.
Nice. He is now activated. And that's him.
That's him? Okay.
That's him.
Okay. I've got no CP left right now. Okay, I'm gonna shoot with this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna target this guy here first.
Okay.
He's sitting on 5 pluses because of the debuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I have a cover save.
And you have a cover save.
Yep.
So let's just do it anyways.
So.
But then I can spend a 0 AP for my little thing there.
Okay.
So that gives me, I think, Ceaseless. I can re-roll one of my attack dice.
Nice.
Yeah, and it costs 0 AP to activate it as long as he's within control range. Oh, I've got Ceaseless on my gun itself. And I've also got Punishing. What does Punishing do? if you retain any critical successes, you can retain one of your fails as a normal success.
Nice.
Okay.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be hitting with 5, hitting on 3 pluses.
Okay. So I get 1 normal save.
You have a normal save, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Since cover.
Okay.
2 hits.
So 2 crits.
And then 1 normal, right?
Well, 2
punishing?
crits, and then 1 gets converted up.
Yeah.
So punishing 3, and then Zeech. What does Zeech do? Have the severe weapon rule. What does severe do? If you don't retain any critical, so it doesn't apply here.
You have one tomorrow.
And then this one I can re-roll one of my attack dice with my thingy here. 5.
It's not bad.
So 2 crits and 2 normal hits.
Okay, so 1 cover. I only roll 2, right? Since I'm
Yeah, 'cause you already get one
automatic.
automatic.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 normal save and 1 of these 2.
First place winner gets a prismatic.
So you have 2 crits and 2 hits.
Yep.
Yeah, they get the whole ETB.
Yeah, this is hitting still.
Yeah, all these are hitting. So 2 hits and 2 crits.
Is this boosted up to a 5 or?
No, so that was
That was the one that got. Yeah,
that got
it's
rerolled.
automatically retained.
I
Gotcha.
technically had ceaseless, but that's okay.
So I can turn off 1, 2. So I'll turn off both normal saves,
both normals. Yeah.
and then I will use my banked dice to turn this 2 into a 6. So I'll save 1 of the crits.
Gotcha.
So I'll get hit with 1 crit.
Okay, so that's 4 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's put. Yeah, 4. So he's got 10.
But he didn't. Well, those ones on release day.
Okay. I'm gonna go shot number 2. I'm gonna
Okay.
use my bolt pistol on this guy.
Okay. So I have cover.
He's
Again.
got normal cover on there, so same thing.
Yep.
And then I still have the ammo cache. Bolt pistol has nothing else with it, so it's just 4 attacks hitting on 3 pluses.
Okay. It's all of his weapons. So you're hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5s, yeah. Right. Hitting on 5s.
2 hits.
So 2 hits.
And then you can re-roll
he's-
1.
Yes, I'm gonna re-roll 1 here with this thing. So let's go for 1 re-roll.
3 hit. 2
Crit.
crits.
And
Okay.
then Zeech, severe. Yep. That is it. So 1 crit and 2 hits.
Okay. So negate 1 hit. Ooh. How much does the crit do compared to the normal?
4 damage. Normal does 3.
4 and 3. So you have 2 hits and 1 crit?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll turn off the crit and turn off 1 hit. So 1 normal hit.
So it's 3 damage.
Okay. Whew.
Okay. And I'm going to reposition him as my final APL. There's a door there.
It depends on people. Usually
So let's go 2 to there. And I can drop down all the way for free.
As long as it's within the movement and the ladder, yeah.
And a ladder, okay. So
Yep.
nothing on there. So it's 2 inches so far. Now let's tuck him in to the side here. And that's it.
Okay. Man, you're not gonna let me hit you with the flamethrower?
No way, man.
Let's see.
You still have 3 guys, right?
I still have the machine gunner, the destiny guy, the flamethrower, yeah.
Yeah. And I've got 2, but I might have a reaction.
Let's see. Let's get some free points first, at least. We will move and then activate the thing.
Okay.
For
so
a
that's
point.
2 APLs.
And then, is there anything for him to shoot at? Anything? Do you see anything back there? You've hidden your guys pretty dang well. Can he charge? No, he can't because the wall's in the way. How far could he charge? 6 inches? No, he can't. Is there any way I could move like 6? No, he can't. So he'll just end his turn, and he'll return back here.
Yep.
The point will stay there. This token will go away.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you got that one there right now. That's that dude. You got 2 guys left over there.
Yep.
That was this guy that just did it?
The flamethrower guy?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's still concealed?
He's still concealed, yes.
Alright, green binder.
Last time I looked at the Japanese binder, it was black.
Okay, I'm gonna move this guy. Okay, so it's gonna go 1.
That was always in there. Hello? Not that you? I have to check. Let me look for you, buddy.
Move him to here. I'm gonna pop it open there. I'm gonna take the control on that one.
Yep, that's fine.
So that's 2 APLs there.
Takes it off.
But then I put mine on, right?
Yeah, then
So
you
I
take
guess
yours, yeah.
Just a little one there. So that's 2 points there. And then I guess I'm just gonna... Nope, I'm gonna leave him on that because you can't use it unless you kill him now to get the point
Correct.
back.
It would be contested.
Yeah, it'd be contested. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him like that.
Okay.
That's the end.
So do you have any guys on this side?
I got 1 over here.
Is he not activated?
No.
And there's one more hiding.
No, that's it.
That's
well,
it.
there's a guy down here, but he's spent.
Okay, so the only guy that hasn't activated is him.
Yeah.
So is there
So
any
you
way I
still
can
have 2
get
guys.
both of these? 1. And that guy's got full HP. How can I move? Devastating 2. Doombolt. There's got to be a way I can wipe you off that. Let's start with getting the easy points by moving. Let's do 3,
3 dash?
3, 5. As long as I'm within an inch.
I'd say it's within an inch there.
Yeah.
On the 5th one, yeah.
And then a bit more over. There we go. And then I'll turn that on for a point.
But the only thing is, this costs an inch to move up onto.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I was
Oh.
measuring the 3, 4,
Gotcha,
5.
gotcha.
Yeah, just to make sure I could get up there. And then, so that's on. Now we'll shoot at this guy.
Okay, so he's got to conceal it. So he has. Oh, he has a conceal and
Oh,
cover.
is he in cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in between, so I can't shoot at him. So we'll just keep him there anyway. Keep him deactivated. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, but is he still in an attack order?
Yeah, he might as well be.
Yeah, he might
Because
be in an attack order. Okay, and I can still climb up to here, eh?
you could climb up there.
So it costs 4 to get up there.
It'd be
so 1,
where
4,
he's standing right now. So it'd be like an inch to
Yeah.
move, and then
4 up. So
4
you gotta
up,
round
and
up.
then 5,
and then 5
because you got to go the extra inch to get on the platform.
Yeah.
You could get up there,
Yeah,
but you're
so
not within an inch of this.
to control it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you controlled it. Yeah. Yeah. No, let's not do that. I'm just gonna move him inside. So I'm gonna move 2 inches to here. Actually, wait. Should I do that? No, because you're still there. So I can't even activate it because you're standing on it.
No, that's why I'm standing within an inch of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No. Okay. I'm gonna move up to here with my full movement.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna shoot you with a bolt pistol first.
Okay.
This guy right here.
So 3 regular saves.
So I've got accurate 1.
Okay, so you get 1 free hit.
1 free hit.
It's normal. I think
Is
it's
that what
just
accurate
one.
does?
I think it's just 1 normal save. Like
Yeah, so I
normal,
get 1 normal save without rolling it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 1
One normal hit.
attack.
So it's
And bolt pistol just 4 attacks, and then I've also got he's undivided, so he has ceaseless weapon rule. Whoops.
so you can reroll doubles, yeah, or 1. It's 1 normal hit.
And I have 4 attacks. I get 3 more of these things. Okay, so I'm gonna roll these 3. Crit there. So I'm gonna reroll my 2s. To another crit. Okay, so I got 2 crits and 2 hits.
Okay. So saves. So 2 normal saves. 2 crits and 2 hits, you said?
Yeah, and there's 3 normal, 4 crit for damage.
3 normal, 4, 3 and 4, yeah. We will 4, and then how much is just 1? Just 3, right? So
Yep.
3 and 6. I will use the ploy to reduce the crit to 1 damage.
Yep, so
So I'll
that's a
take
CP.
the 1 damage, and then I will negate. So I'll reduce 1 crit to 1 damage, and then I'll get rid of the 2 normals.
Okay, so 1 crit and 1 damage.
No, this is 1 damage and 1
damage.
crit, so 5 damage,
5
right?
damage, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gunner.
Wait, you just erased your 7?
That was the guy who was dead.
Oh. I was like, what?
Which one is he? This guy? Yeah. So 5 damage. So 9.
Okay, so that's my 2 APL. I'm going to use another APL for my final attack here. I'm going to use a psychic ability for range damage.
Okay.
Life Siphon. So I got Saturate, which doesn't matter. Siphon Life, but I've got nothing to siphon for because I don't have any life to do.
Okay.
Damage, 1 thing, I'll regain 1 lost wound or 3 critical success. Yeah, so Siphon Life would heal somebody, but there's nobody to heal right now.
Okay.
So I've just got Saturate, which doesn't do anything. So it's just a normal ranged attack, but I have Undivided, which is, I have 1 Ceaseless on there, so.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with those. So I have 5 attacks on that. Okay, so 2
hits.
normal hits, and I can reroll my 1s with Ceaseless. So I'm going to reroll both my 1s. And 2 more hits. So I
Okay.
got 4 hits and 1 miss.
3 saves, I believe. Let's just double check. Soul Reaper. Yeah, so 3 saves.
Okay,
So we will.
so basically
2
4
hits.
normal hits, 3 normal saves.
So 2 hits.
So
6 damage?
6 damage, yeah, because it's just
Yeah.
3.
So 3. And he's wounded.
He's wounded. Okay, and that's his turn.
Alrighty. So that's good on that front. We need to somehow contest this. So we will do. Or while within control range. So we'll do 3. And then 3. I'm just out of range. Like, we will do.
My mom said you would buy And filters connection with like, I don't know why.
Like one pack? Yeah, I know you're not.
One. There's one other guy. No, there's not.
There's
They're
one guy
both
down
here.
here.
Yeah, one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Do I want to go this way?
I got mixed up with
Doombolt, blah blah blah, and he's up in the open. Yeah, let's just blast at him. Whatever.
Okay.
We will put. We'll just put the debuff on him. So. Actually, do I even want to? No, I don't even want to debuff him. I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay.
So 4 hits. So attack 4, hitting on 3 ups, psychic, devastating 2, lethal 5s.
Okay.
So
I've got nothing special on this guy. He just 3 saves. That's it.
devastating 2. So if I roll crits, they do 2 damage. Right.
And you have 5 lethal 5s.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a sweet combo.
It's pretty good psychic ability. Okay, so 5. We will spend the CP to reroll 1. Oh, it's another 1. Doesn't matter. So a crit and a hit, and it's lethal 5s. So that's another crit.
I can block both. I take 4 damage because of the devastating.
You have to reroll any 6s.
Oh,
so you have to reroll that.
Okay.
Roll a 1.
2.
Might as well be. So you can block 1 crit, right?
Yep.
Devastating 2, lethal 5 ups.
But I take 4 damage right away from the devastating before the
you
damage.
immediately take 4.
So he's down to
10.
10. Yeah, he's at 14. He should be. Yeah, everybody's 14, so he's at 10 right now. Okay. And then you got 2 crits coming through.
Yes.
Let's go on the thing there. And what's the damage spread
It
between?
would be 4 and 4. So
I, have
8.
to, I can't do anything else. I have to block 1
Okay,
crit.
so you'll take 4 extra. So you'll be at 6.
Okay. And now he's injured.
And I will shoot at you again with my infernal bolt pistol.
Yep.
Which, from my equipment, it is devastating 1. So same as the last thing, it's just only 1 damage.
1 damage, yeah.
So 4 attacks, range 8, piercing 1, so you lose a save.
Oh man, piercing 1 too.
Yeah, so hit, 3 hits.
I have 1 normal hit, 1 normal block.
So range 8, piercing, and they're not lethal 5 up. So 3 regular hits, so you will take 8 damage. If you save 1, right?
I'm gonna save 1 normal hit, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll take 8.
Still 8 damage?
Yeah, so he's dead. Whew, that was close. And that's a movement in 2 shots, so he's spent now. But I didn't wipe the token. But I went up to 3 here.
That's the end of the turning point, right? Now I had initiative, so I wouldn't be able to go again anyways.
No, so that
no
you can only
counteracts.
go in. You can only go again if it's between my guys.
Between your
so
guys,
you,
okay.
if I have another guy after this to go, then you can go again.
Gotcha.
So that's 3 guys down, right?
3 total down, yep.
Okay, so kill grade of 3. So you started with 6, and I've killed. Certain number of enemy operatives. So 6, and I've killed 3. So my kill grade's 4 right now.
Okay, so how many do you score on that?
So the end of the point. So I have 1, 2, 3. Compared to your 2, so I have more guys closer to the center line.
Well, there's this guy here too. Does it have to be within 6 inches of center line?
Of the center line. So it's 3 inches within the
3
center
inches
line.
of center line. Gotcha.
So I have him.
Yeah, you got 3.
I have him, and I have him.
Yep.
And you have 2.
Yep.
So I have 1 point from that, and I have more APL. Actually, do I? 1, 2. 1, 2. I do not, so I don't get that extra VP.
For the extra one, okay. So you got
So
1.
I get 1 from that. I get 1 from this.
Yep.
And I have a kill grade of 3.
Just get 3 more from that.
So I get another extra point. So 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 VP.
Okay, 3 VP.
So I get 8.
Okay. And I've killed 2 guys, so I'm kill grade 2. Does that give me anything?
I think you've killed 1 guy, right?
I think you have 2 there, no?
This guy was just an extra.
Oh, true.
If I wanted to swap it. I'm only allowed to run 6 of these guys.
5, yeah. I've killed 1 guy, so I got nothing from kill out. I got 1 from the middle. And then I think from this one here, you're in my territory, so I don't get it because that guy's in my territory. Whew. And so is that guy. But they're within 6 inches of your drop zone. But he is within 6 inches of the drop zone.
Yeah, he might be. Oh yeah, he definitely is.
So I got nothing from tack up.
Whew. That's why I flew him up into the corner.
Yeah. But he's actually, I think, within 6 inches too of the.
I think they both are because the line is parallel here.
Yeah. So I only get 1 from the middle. That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we reset.
And then we reset.
So he's wounded still. Monk.
So wounded really just affects your movement and your attack abilities, right?
Correct. It used to make it so your APL went down by 1. So if you're trying to contest something, then it would make it a bit tougher.
Man, I've only got 1, 2, 3 guys left. Jesus.
And then.
Now we both gain 1 CP.
So we roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative first.
Yep. So 4.
3.
So I have initiative. So you gain a CP. That dice right there.
Yeah.
And then strategy phase, I gain a CP.
But I gain 1 more too, then, right?
Yes. And then gambits, I'll be using the same one. So I'm gonna bank 2 dice. Where do those 2 big dumb dice go? And this gets wiped off. So we'll do those 2 now.
Yep.
So 4 and a 5. I'll put them here.
Okay. I'm gonna use a gambit as well. My armor, I'm gonna put that.
The 2 up, you mean?
Yeah, the 2 up armor.
You need some guys to survive next turn.
Yeah. Who's gonna be more under attack though? They both are pretty vulnerable. I'll just keep it on that guy.
The same guy here?
Yeah,
okay.
For the 2 saves.
And I get to go first, I believe.
Yeah, because you have initiative.
Yes. Okay. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't think I am. Nope. We will, since we're getting to the gritty part.
You're using your big boy? The once per battle?
Yeah.
What does that one do again?
It's the, I'm double checking real quick. Once per battle, I can give another boon, basically.
Gotcha.
And I feel like the guy that needs it the most is going to be that guy in the corner. You can select a different boon for it to have. So for boons, what do we have here that'll make him hit better? So
Man, your text is crazy.
these are all just the abilities.
Yeah.
It just condenses it all instead of having 2 different sheets.
Is that from that app download?
This is from, so I use New Recruit.
Yeah, New Recruit.
New Recruit's really good for it. They added all the kill team stuff as well, so you can just click all the stuff you're using and just print off all the sheets.
Nice.
So like that's just one guy.
Yeah.
We will do. I'm gonna give him. I really need to just wipe your guy off the face of the earth with like 1 round of shooting.
Which guy are you trying to kill first?
That guy. I need him off. Because these guys are all kind of like off by their own, and then I just need. I'm basically playing a waiting game, waiting for your gunner to come back out. It's either that or I try to flank him, but because I feel like this guy's gonna die pretty quick, and he'll only hit on 4s, which is not very good.
That's my butcher. Came short, man. I can't believe his weapon is only 4.
Yeah, that guy. That would have been really scary if he hit single time. Crud. Firestorm, Saturate, Seek Light, Torrent 2. 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he still has the Mind Burn on him, too. Oh, no, he has Mind Burn
it's
off
reset,
of him.
yeah.
Yep. And then we will give 5 attacks, 4 ups.
I want to open this, but I don't.
Saturate, no cover. He wouldn't have it anyway. Torrent 2. Yeah, he will get the boon that gives him his... And he's got full health, right?
Yeah, 15.
So I'm going to give him Twist of Fate, which gives his psychic ranged weapons crit 1, piercing crits 1 weapon roll.
Piercing crits 1? Okay.
So if I crit, it gives me a piercing. So every time I crit, it takes an AP off of you.
No, it removes one
It
of
removes one of your...
saves.
Yeah, it removes one... Sorry, it's the same thing as piercing. It removes one of your saves.
Right, yeah.
So we will start his shooting. That was no actions, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
So we will do his first action,
Okay.
which will be Firestorm,
Yep.
which is 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. And then is Psychic, Saturate, Seek Light, Torrent 2.
Okay.
And Devastating, which is good.
Do I have normal saves here?
You do not get a cover save, and right now, basically, if I crit, it's a dev.
Yep.
So I get a Devastating wound. And then I also have Piercing. So if I roll crits, it takes one of your saves away.
Gotcha.
So we will do the 5 hits. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
You
shit.
lose 2 saves, and I hit 3 times.
And I get, there's 2.
So you lose 2.
Too,
You
right?
lose 2 wounds. So you're down to 12,
Yep.
and then
Or is it down to 13?
you're at 14.
Oh, no, he's
right?
already at, he's actually wounded
Oh, he
right
is.
now.
So he's
5,
at.
is it 11?
So he's at
Down to 9.
9. Yeah. No, he's at 11. So now he's now to 9.
Yeah, now he's down to 9.
Okay.
So I have 1 defense dice.
So pierced twice. So yeah, you have 1 defense dice. Roll a 6. Yeah, it's close.
5.
So you can save one of these. So 2 crits. So 6 damage. And then 4. So 10 total. So he's dead.
But I could block 1, right?
I did that already.
Oh, the 3.
So 2 normal hits is 6, and then the 2 regular hits is 4.
Damn.
So 6 and 4, so 10.
Damn, yeah, he's gone.
Whew. Oh, and then I will fly down here.
Yep.
I will trigger the action.
Gosh. That was a good hit.
I'm gonna kind of cook him in there a little bit. So there we go. And then I'll take all these tokens off on my side. Those are all yours, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that's him, I believe. 1, 2, yeah, that's him.
Okay.
I didn't even have to shoot a second time. That's nice. All right, your go.
How far is that? Is that 8
It's
inches?
about 8 inches, yeah.
Can I pistol whip him, you think, from up here? shoot
Is
him?
it 8 inches?
It's really close.
You'd have to come down, I think. Or come around the corner to here or something. Like you're just trying to unload on him.
Yeah. Does he have any attacks on him? Does he have any damage on him?
Which one?
Your leader? Does he have any damage on him?
Destiny. Sorcerer of Temperian. Sorcerer of Destiny. No, he hasn't been
Nothing
hit.
on him. Yeah, it's tough to say. Well, let's just do it. We'll just Rambo him out here. Just gonna move him out for reposition. Yes, we're gonna go up to the full distance here, pretty much.
It's been there for a long
Uh-oh.
Actually, do I want to do that? Yeah, that's within 8 inches for sure. Yeah, so let's go ahead and open up on here. Okay, so we will go Reaper Chain Cannon here first. So focused.
Yeah, the focused profile.
Yeah, focused profile. So 5 attacks sitting on 3 pluses. He's got Ceaseless and Punishing and Severe. Punishing, which that's if any critical, so you can 1 even normal fails. Okay. Okay, so hitting, yeah, so 5 attacks hitting on 3 pluses. Okay. So that's
4 hits, not bad.
4 normal hits. But then
what's Punishing do?
Yeah, so Punishing, you can retain any critical successes. If you do, I retain a normal one into or retain a fail into a normal. So I have nothing on Punishing on there.
You can just either, I guess you can just take a free normal hit, or you can re-roll it. But
yeah, actually, no, I'm gonna spend a CP and re-roll this one.
Well, you don't need to spend anything. So right now you have the option to either buff that into a normal hit, or you could use Ceaseless to just re-roll it into a crit. Or you're basically fishing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a crit here.
Yeah.
But I have Ceaseless to re-roll 2 normal hits. It's risky. But it needs Severe to trigger, which does... Oh, if you don't retain any critical successes, you can change one of your normal successes into a crit. So I have Severe. Any rules that result, whatever, it gets triggered. So I could return one of these into a crit. And if I get any crits, if you retain any critical success, you return one of your fails into a normal success instead of discarding it. So this comes into a normal hit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay. You can just convert it up.
Gotcha. So yeah, so that's the whole profile.
So the whole thing. So let's see if I can just not die. So 1 crit and then 2 normals. Okay, so I can block 1 and I'll block the crit.
Yep.
And then I'll block 2 if the normal hits. Okay, so 2 normal hits.
So 2 normal hits. So that is 6 damage total.
Okay. So 8. You gonna shoot again?
He still hasn't been activated yet this turn, eh?
No.
He has 8 left.
Yep.
No way. I'm not gonna shoot again. I'm going to just dash back here.
Okay.
So he's gonna chill. So he's done.
Okay. So we will. I'll activate him, and I'm just gonna unload into this guy and just spray and pray, basically.
All right.
Before he dies. I think he has like. He has 3 HP left, so focused. So 5 attacks hitting on 4s because he's wounded.
Yep.
With piercing 1, so you get to save twice.
Okay.
So I'm on 4-ups. Woo! 3, so 2 normal hits.
Wait, has piercing 1?
Yep.
So I only get 2 saves?
You get 2 saves, yeah.
1 normal hit, or 1 normal save.
So 1 goes through, so you take 3 damage. No, sorry, you take 4 damage.
4 damage? The what, sorry? Okay.
And I'm gonna blast again. Is he within 9? Yeah, he is. Okay. So I'm gonna unload again.
Okay. So sorry, he took 4 damage?
He took 1 normal amount of damage, so 4, yeah.
Yeah, so he's down to 10.
Now let's please. I'm begging you. Just 2 normal hits.
No piercing?
No, same amount, same piercing.
2 normal saves.
So nothing. Is there anything else I can do here? I'll turn on the point.
Yep. All right. I'm going to activate him now.
Yep.
I'm going to fire back with my Siphon life damage.
Go for it.
So I'm going to use it to heal him as well as the target for the Siphon.
How much does he have right now? 10?
He's at 10 right now.
Okay. So he's not bracketed.
Okay, so Life Siphon. So 5 attacks, Saturate, Siphon Life. 5 attacks, and then he's got Undivided, so he has Ceaseless. Oh my god. Oh, but I have ceaseless, so I can
Yeah, you
reroll
reroll
all
all 3 of the ones.
Oh my gosh.
It's better.
Okay, so I got those and those, and then he has saturate doesn't matter. Yeah, that's all that he's got there. So he's got 1 crit, 2 normal hits.
Okay, let's see if I can get anything. I have 3 HP, so.
Yeah, his attack does 3 damage.
Oh, 2 crits normal.
Oh shit. But you can only block 1 and 1 though, right?
So what did you hit with?
1 crit and 2 normals.
So I can block a crit, and then I can block both of the normals. Still.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
So he lives.
Okay, he lives. Okay, that was 1 APL.
Yep.
I can pistol blast now.
Do it again.
Okay, so 4 attacks hitting on 3s. Yeah, I got no damage, so he gets no siphon life. Okay, he's got ceaseless.
So yeah, you can reroll the 1s. There you go.
Yeah.
4 hits. Okay, let's see what we can fish for.
I don't think anything will save it though.
No. 1 normal save.
Yeah,
And then 3 hits. So he'll still take...
well, 1 normal damage is 3 damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
got 3 life.
He's dead.
Okay, so that was his 2nd APL.
Yeah. Which is good. I just didn't want you to get to the point.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just move on to it. I'll just use my last reposition just to stay on it.
Yep.
But that is all that I've got. Oh, should I do that? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay.
Okay.
That's him.
I will activate the flamethrower guy and switch him to an activated.
Gonna flamethrower the whole room.
I'm gonna go in here and cook. 3 inches, 1, so 4, 5. What is the range of this? Range 8. So you're within range,
Yeah,
but I want to be closer. So 4, 5, and then 1. And then we're gonna do some roasting.
All right.
So saturate, piercing 1, and torrent 2. So
piercing 1.
torrent doesn't do anything because there's not more than 1 guy in there.
Neither does saturate right now.
And saturate doesn't do anything either.
So I just have to be a piercing 1?
Piercing 1, yeah.
So I have 2 defense dice here.
Oh, these hit on nothing. Holy.
What's it hitting with?
2s.
Oh shit. I should go first.
Alright, let me take this guy out of here. Any 1s? Oh, 1, 1. So 3 regular hits.
3 regular hits. 2 blocks, so 1 normal
blocks.
damage goes.
So 1 normal. So you take 4.
4, so he's
So you
down
send
to 6.
6. And I will shoot again. Okay, much better. 2 crits, 1 normal, 2 normals.
Oh man.
So you can
1
block a
crit
crit.
save.
So 1 crit. So 1 crit and 2 hits.
I
So
think he's dead.
yeah, you take 12.
Yeah, he's done. He got fried up.
There we go.
That KFC chicken, there he goes. Okay.
Not bad.
You still have how many guys to activate? 2?
I got this wizard here, this
Okay.
wizard here.
Well, I mean, I guess I will counteract with this guy. We can only counteract
Who's
once.
left?
I've
The
just have
gunner?
one heavy gunner, that's it.
Yeah, you can counteract once.
Yeah, I'm not even going to counteract. I'll just move him just an inch. He's done for counteracting.
I'll activate this guy. We'll go over here. He'll turn on the point. And then he will give...
Go inside. You put your card in the clear one and then in the colored one.
He'll just give himself the buff.
Double sleeve.
So, honk. And then he will be activated. And then he will move over here. It's to trigger the OPSEC thing. You can take those. And I believe that is both my guys. Yeah, that's everything.
I think that's game.
I think that might be it.
There's nothing coming back now.
So end of turning point 3.
That's end of turning point 3.
That's 1 for me. So 3 points from the objectives. Is there any additionals? You score the same number of you can only score blah blah blah. One other. Yeah, so it's just 1 each. So I gain 3. I get 1 for I get 2 more for tac ops, and then I get
kill grade.
Kill grade of 1. So 3, 4, 5. I get 6.
Yeah, I get nothing. I don't think I'm gonna get.
So I end with
points.
14.
I have 4. Yeah, no, I concede.
Okay. Turning point 3 is basically the end of the game most of the time. So
unless it's like more like 1-on-1 back and forth, but
it can get pretty gritty when you're really close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where what really you don't want to lose a guy in the first turn.
Yeah.
It sets you off pretty quickly in terms of activations.
That first guy got annihilated early, and then
the guy
charged. What was that?
It ended. I don't know how the guy with the giant weapon died so quick.
Like he literally charged into his own death, and he's supposed to be a melee.
Yeah, guy. I don't know what happened. He
my God.
Did he roll really bad? Or?
Yeah.
Oh no! You know what? It was the stun.
It was the stun.
The shock weapon. That's
and he was
what it did.
Hit with 4 pluses.
Yeah.
So
it also just didn't hit.
Yeah.
But hey,
that was a good game though.
Chaos game.
Very
6 on 6. So
very chaos
the activations were pretty even.
Yeah. No, it's good. I think I've got most of the rules down. I'm definitely gonna get the cards you're talking about. I think that's
they literally just got uploaded today.
Yeah,
so if you just go to the normal Warcom website, the latest post is literally just posting every team's new stuff.
Nice.
So
but the sanctioned one by Warhammer, you mean?
It's official.
Yeah.
So they literally just give you a print off for the cards. So they're just reduced to be this. You know what the actual index cards look like?
Yeah, I think
literally
the
exact same size.
Now. They're on their way right now.
Are they actually out of date already?
Well, probably.
Probably. They are now, actually. Yeah, you're right. But you can just print them off and then just fold. They come, so you can just fold them and then just put them in a sleeve.
Yeah, that's really nice.
They work pretty nice.
I think that's what these are. These are the ones I printed from the website.
They're even nicer looking than that.
They're even nicer?
They're reduced to be the same size, so they can fit in a sleeve. I think that's the point of them.
Okay, cool.
And not bad.
But yeah, no, that's good. And then I think I'm pretty clear now too on just the setup phase, right?
Setup phase,
on the equipment.
Setting it all up.
Yeah, because that's just where I wasn't sure. It was how do you choose those things and the right sequence to choose your tac off.
Choosing stuff. It's definitely all stuff to remember, especially with this team. This team's really weird.
Your team is insane with all the stuff there is.
The whole team kind of revolves around these 3 guys.
Yeah.
And just remembering what each of them does is also super annoying.
The 3 wizards.
Yeah, the 3 wizards.
The teleport one, I feel like you can do really cool janky stuff with that teleport thing.
This guy.
The Time Walker guy?
Yeah, the Time Walker guy. Yeah, he's really good. This guy I usually just keep safe because he just buffs and debuffs. This guy is the melee guy, so try to get him aggressive.
Yeah, see, he's the melee guy that just destroyed my melee guy. in retaliation.
And then being able to just change your dice is also
so is that disc
really, really
not
good.
Originally part of that set?
It's part of. This is what the actual box comes with.
Okay.
So I have he shouldn't be on a disc because it technically makes him taller and easier to hit. But I also have this that I need to finish to replace him.
I see.
So.
And the disc is sick though. Looks
cool.
Yeah,
the discs of Tzeentch are awesome. Most of the characters from Thousand Suns can just be put on a disc.
Is it like a vehicle for them?
Just makes them faster and gives them flying.
Okay.
So.
In normal 40k?
In normal 40k, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's cool.
I wish you could take them in Kill Team because it would be giving all 3 of these guys flying would just be too strong. So. Yeah. Usually, the only guy that has flying is this guy. You have to choose one guy to have flying.
Okay.
And then you killed my Icon Bearer guy really early, which sucked, but...
Because he gets more stats for controlling objectives,
He basically has an extra APL, so he's treated as 4 APL instead of 3.
For objective control?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my Icon Bearer at home, I haven't brought him in yet. I'm definitely swapping this guy out for another melee guy I have.
To hit more consistently a little bit?
Yeah. My Shrivelton. And you killed my other melee guy super early on before you got to see his power.
I'm glad because I suck in melee. These guys are not very good in melee.
These guys are all about melee. Well, not all about. You can choose, but if they're good at melee, they're good at melee.
I'm trying to think of what you could have done a little bit differently. Probably try to lean more on one side and then just sack me, try to get over here as quickly as possible with your melee guys because my stuff can't be activated if I'm in melee. So like all my spells and stuff, like all these spells and buffs these guys give out, you can't do them if you're in melee.
Gotcha.
So if you try to get, you just want to get on top of these guys as quick as possible. Because if you do, they can't give out all their debuffs and do all their weird stuff. Like you can't put the token down to make the guy come back all the time.
Yeah, if there's an enemy.
If there's a guy there.
You can't put it, like you can't actually use it, or you can't put a guy with
I can't use the ability. I can't use
it
if I'm within engagement range of a guy.
Gotcha.
Which is, I mean, good for me, bad for me, good for you.
Yeah, and I feel like
I don't have any guys that can, I do not slap in melee. Gotcha. The only guys that I have that are good in melee are
the one dude,
the one with the Kopesh, so this guy, and then this guy's kind of okay. This guy stinks in melee, and these guys don't even have melee weapons. They have fists. So that's why I get 3 hits on 4-ups, which is not very good.
Gotcha. Yeah, I probably would have I should have taken care of my first guy better. He just ran into the wrong spot.
The first turn is like setting up.
Yeah.
I think of the first turn as like setting up for the second turn most of the
true.
time. So like I didn't really do anything crazy the first turn. All I really did was take the objective in my side, which this one's easy for you to hold most of the time, and then set up all the weird stuff over here for the next turn.
Or the next one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do stuff on the first turn necessarily.
Not really.
Because you're like overextend.
You're literally just trying to gauge what the other guy's trying to do most of the time.
Yeah.
Like you did the one good read with the flamethrower. Like I was literally just camping him here, waiting for a turn to run out, flamethrower him, and then just teleport back.
Right. Yep. Yeah, he got good value with that one.
Which was good. Yeah, you made me waste 2 activations on one guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, it's good.
It's a very good game though. I'm glad I didn't have to drive all the way to Ottawa to play.
Oh, is that where you normally go?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just here in CP?
Yeah, I literally live like maybe 10 minutes away.
Oh, how's that, man?
I live like 2 blocks away from where the Timmy's is.
Okay.
Not far.
Like
I've walked
down the road here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I've walked here before, so.
Nice. Well, if you want to play again like next week or whatever, like I'm down to play.
Are you going to be here again on Sunday?
I will, but I don't know if I'll be able to do a full game.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm going to be here on Sunday for sure. Like I just haven't been for the last 2 because I've been just tied up with stuff.
Busy.
Yeah, but I'll be here on this Sunday, but I have like a hard stop at 4.
Yeah,
so if I get
totally
here 2:30, I got to stop at 4. Just got to like cut out halfway, which kind of sucks. But
yep. This game also was only, it was like, we started probably like around 2.
It's like 3 hours,
yeah,
2 hours.
2 hours-ish.
But we'll be faster too the more we play.
It'll
like,
be much faster, yeah. The first game's always the slowest.
Yeah, sick. But yeah, and I'll be here on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think some guys were here yesterday playing 40K.
Like
on the
big 40K?
Yeah, big 40K.
Nice.
Which is what I want to try.
Well, you're doing a combat patrol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another guy that I play with too that he comes in on Tuesdays. So.
Oh yeah.
More kill team. It's awesome. Like
More the better.
Coordinate to play too. Like if there's time, like.
I'm more than happy to play or even just teach people how to play as well. I'm fine with either.
I think he knows how to play. Like he's the one who showed me like the first couple.
Oh yeah.
But I think he's still newish at it too. But like he's been playing Warhammer forever, so like he just knows more of it.
A lot of the terminology is like the same between stuff.
And I like in this new version of Kill Team 2 how it's like 6-inch moves in this and that versus like 2 blue circles.
You don't like circles and shapes?
I think it's more consistent to regular.
Oh yeah, it's way better. Yeah. Even when people were playing the first one, they were literally just using the different measurements anyway. Right. The circles and shapes, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just a thing you have to remember, abstract.
It's way too much to remember.
And then who do you play with? Where do you go in town to play? You go to the...
It really depends. I don't go to the Games Workshop
No?
store.
Oh.
They don't really hold games there.
Oh my god.
You can't actually play in the store.
Yeah.
They only do, they only sell. They don't actually have any form of capacity to actually play.
Really? But how people can move there?
Yeah, for display.